So you're new to E-Trade. Coming here was a really smart investment because of all the different ways we can help. After all, investing on your own shouldn't mean investing all alone. We have lots of experience to share, 30 years worth. Now that's long term. But what about value? Value that's money in your pocket. And, something just as important, value beyond money. And tools and technology? In a word, easy. Easy to research, easy to trade, easy to stay in the know even when you're out. But let's talk about you. Your DNA is unique, so are your goals. Cookie cutter is okay when you bake cookies, but you like choices. We have choices. But which ones are right? Guesswork doesn't work. Being informed does. Keep up with what's new. In-depth stories, out-of-the-box thinking. Hope this has helped, but we're not done. There's another important E-Trade resource, a real human, with insights and ideas, and a commitment to help you succeed.
There are 3 easy steps in creating your resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz .jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
Welcome to the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, the country's first Polytechnic U. PUP is a state-run university governed by Republic Act 8292, known as the Higher Education Modernization Act of 1997, and its implementing rules and regulations contained in the Commission on Higher Education Memorandum Circular Number 4, Series of 1997. It is home to more than 70,000 students, making it the largest state university in the Philippines in terms of student population. It is the university's commitment to give qualified and talented students access to quality and responsive education to aid them in the achievement of their dreams and the improvement of their lives. True to its commitment of making education accessible to all, the university has strategically established campuses and branches all over Luzon. PUP boasts of its roster of 1,483 full-time and part-time faculty members and 707 administrative employees. The faculty and employees perform the collective goal of training, servicing, and supporting the university's stakeholders. From its humble beginnings in 1904, PUP was originally established as the Manila Business School, primarily for the training of personnel for government service and to provide skills needed for private employment. 4 years later, the Manila Business School was renamed Philippine School of Commerce or PSC and merged with the Philippine Normal School from 1933 to 1946. Through the virtue of Republic Act 778, PSC was renamed the Philippine College of Commerce or PCC in 1952. In April 1, 1978, PCC was converted into a chartered state university now known as the Polytechnic University of the Philippines by virtue of Presidential Decree Number 1341 issued by the President of the Republic of the Philippines. PUP truly has come a long way from a business school to a premier polytechnic university, the very first in the country. Every year, around 50,000 graduating high school students, mostly from economically challenged families, take the Polytechnic University of the Philippines College Entrance Test or PUP set and hope to become one of the 10,000 who will be given a chance to be new PUPs. At present, the university offers more than 80 programs in the graduate and undergraduate levels with its strategic direction of making the colleges vertically articulated. Graduate School, College of Accountancy and Finance, College of Arts and Letters, College of Architecture and Fine Arts, College of Business Administration, College of Communication, College of Computer and Information Sciences, College of Education, College of Engineering, College of Law, College of Political Science and Public Administration, College of Social Sciences and Development, College of Science, College of Tourism, Hospitality and Transportation Management, College of Human Kinetics, Institute of Technology. PUP further strengthens its open university system through expanded tertiary education equivalency and accreditation program and the non-traditional system program. It caters to borderless educational system that aims to reach many learners as possible. For more than a century of existence, countless outstanding achievements have raised PUP to the level of a national comprehensive university. With the vision to transform the university into an epistemic community, PUP subscribes to the idea that a university should have an extensive research and extension development culture. Proof to this are numerous research undertakings of the university. Each year, PUP surpasses national passing rate in licensure examinations and ranks among the top in different academic disciplines. Has also institutionalized academic exchange and international cooperation with various countries all over the world through its Office of International Affairs. Today, PUP is relishing its successes, and its students are enjoying unprecedented academic opportunities, an enhanced campus environment, upgraded colleges, state-of-the-art technology, and nationally and internationally recognized programs. It has gone far from what it was more than a century ago. This is mainly due to the support given by the government, the PUP community, and its benefactors. With the combined efforts, PUP will continue to be a partner in nation building and in poverty alleviation for the marginalized sector of the society with quality, responsive, and relevant education as a tool. PUP, the country's first polytechnic youth.
Allow me to share with you my vision for the university. I envision PUP to become the pioneering and leading national polytechnic university in the 21st century. With a national polytechnic university status, it will bring more opportunities for the university to further strengthen its academic programs and improve organizational performance as an institution for higher education. In pursuit for this vision, my mission for PUP is for it to recognize its catalytic role for national development. PUP will ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities through a re-engineered polytechnic education. By re-engineering, we look into the existing processes and programs in order to achieve higher quality of academic programs and services following the principles of effectiveness and efficiency. With this mission in mind, I have formulated 10 pillars as my reform agenda for the university. Pillar 1. Dynamic, transformational, and responsible leadership. Empower academic and administrative leaders by following the core principles of good governance to create collective growth and unity. Here I would like to highlight an innovation by introducing the development of an integrity management plan to assess, plan, and implement anti-corruption strategies that will secure the institution against corruption and abuse. Likewise, asset management and resource generation will be aggressively pursued to ensure productivity and finance the implementation of the plans and projects for the university. Pillar 2. Responsive and innovative curricula and instruction. We aim to provide world-class polytechnic education that responds to national and global needs by developing intellectually challenging curricula and design academic programs that are based on industry demands to provide the learners with adequate and relevant competencies and skills and prepare them for a successful and rewarding careers. In a rapidly changing world, we recognize the paradigm shift in curriculum to outcome-based education with lifelong learning approach. Pillar 2 also sits on the framework of internationalization of Philippine higher education through transnational education by promoting academic mobility among faculty and students and global dimension into the curricula and teaching process. Pillar 3. Enabling and productive learning environment. Following education in Industry 4.0, we aim to increase and enhance the use of new technology to enable student learning and engagement, as well as advanced teaching process and methodology through new and state-of-the-art facilities that will support the overall learning and teaching experience in the university. Pillar 3 likewise includes campus development and the provision of conducive learning centers and facilities for students and faculty. Pillar 4. Holistic student development and engagement. We will empower students as well as rounded learners and active young leaders as we open opportunities for various academic mobility and venues for honing skills and personal development, being the principal stakeholder of the university. Recognize academic freedom as a form of self-expression and a platform to showcase students' intellect, skills, and creativity. Pillar 5. Empowered faculty members and employees. Likewise, we are looking into the holistic development of our faculty and employees as productive, competent, and experts in their respective fields. We will encourage our faculty roster through formal education, capacity building, research and extension initiatives, faculty immersion, and other academic engagements, both local and abroad. We will ensure that both our faculty and employees will have a vibrant career development path as public servants in this state university. Pillar 6. Vigorous research production and utilization. We will continue to strengthen the research culture in the university by promoting discovery and innovation through increasing disciplinary and collaborative research integration across academic disciplines to create new knowledge, utilize research findings, and develop innovative products. Pillar 7. Global academic standards and excellence. Achieve the highest levels of recognition in quality and compliance standards from CHED, AACUP, and other international accrediting and regulatory bodies for higher education. We will intensify our efforts to achieve and sustain better academic performance and continue to excel as a top-performing school in various professional licensure examinations and produce board top-notchers as well as sustain our status of being the most preferred graduates of employers. Likewise, we aim to establish and to be recognized as centers of development and excellence in our academic programs. Pillar 8. Synergistic, productive, strategic networks and partnerships. Synergize and forge strategic linkages and partnerships across all sectors of society and the global community in line with the overall plans and programs of the university. Establish alliance with the government, industry sector, NGOs, and the academe will lead to resource sharing, program support, and research collaborations beneficial for all. Pillar 9. Active and sustained stakeholders engagement. Harness a healthy and harmonious organization by empowering all its stakeholders, both internal and external, through open communication networks, consultative and participative undertakings, and team-building activities, recognizing that all stakeholders can greatly contribute towards the betterment of the university. Pillar 10. Sustainable social development programs and projects. Expand access to education, knowledge building, and information dissemination through sharing of expertise and resources for community development. Support inclusivity approach and education by embarking on Education on Wheels, which aims to bring access to education closer to communities, following the principle of no one will be left behind. As the University of the People, we should bring the university closer to their hearts to serve their needs and extend assistance in mainstreaming public service. Our institution must continue to stand as one for the values that we have inculcated. For the past 115 years, we have exemplified our quest for truth, excellence, equity, relevance, effectiveness, integrity, and academic freedom. Lastly, I call upon each and everyone to join me in this journey. Together we stand as one para sa sintang paaralan para sa ating bayan.
Emerson is a global technology and engineering leader. We operate in over 150 countries. We are 110,000 employees worldwide. And here in the Philippines, we have over 2,000 employees.
My name is Nikki Florento. I'm from Dell Philippines. I'm handling the university relations and services hiring.
Pag-asa Steel supplies concrete reinforcing bars to the Philippines' booming construction industry. We have been the leading supplier of quality steel bars for the past 52 years.
EGS is an Alorica company. It is one of the fastest growing BPO companies in the Philippines right now.
I'm Cecil Venancio and I'm a Branding and Communications Director of Sykes Asia.
We don't decide whether you're from a top-tier university or a state university. We decide based on our assessments that includes exams and interviews. Having said that, a lot of Dell's workforce in the Philippines are from PUP.
55 to 80 hires annually, those coming from PUP alone. And as a matter of fact, 14 of the homegrown employees who started from staff and supervisors have been promoted.
Currently, we have 13 employees from the PUP. They're working in a different field, so most of them are in engineer, some are in sales, most of them are in the higher position.
There's a huge pool of students that we can really harvest from, and we know the reputation that they bring. So we're glad that we have a university like PUP that we can rely on for our future employees.
I love the graduates of PUP. They're not only fun to work with, but you can rely on them. They are very, very dependable.
PUP graduates are an exact match and fit to Pag-asa Steel's mission and vision.
The reason why we prefer the PUP graduates is the fact that we noticed that they have a common denominator, very hardworking. see whatever happens, they'd still work. Even if it's raining, they'd still come to work. You give them additional tasks, they'd accept. They are resilient.
Very passionate aside from being resilient, because we can see that they're very dedicated with their job, and we've seen a lot of PUP graduates not just in one department.
They turn out to adapt very well and adjust well to our company here in the Philippines. They're productive employees and they stay with us for a long time.
Stand out sa PUP graduate is their loyalty sa company namin.
Integrity and ethics, drive for results, intellectual capacity, and adaptability. So when we hire PUPians, they have this kind of competencies.
Of course, they're very intelligent people, responsible. Responsible in a sense because whenever we meet these graduates and we ask them what are their future plans, they would always come up with answers like helping out their family, or because I'm done with school, I'll help out another sibling. So you would know already that these kids, even before they actually embark on certain work, they already have goals in mind.
They're not maarte, no? Whatever you give them, they know that if it's for the purpose of the job, they will do it. And so they have, they're the ones that survive the challenges of work. They don't shirk away from responsibilities. They're the type who, whatever the job requires, they're up for the challenge.
PUPians enable people everywhere to grow and thrive.
PUP is one of the pillars of the nation because it is an institution that provides good graduates, people who really contribute to the success of the community or to the success of the country.
All the people associated with PUP, if you're a graduate, congratulations, and you should be proud of yourselves. For those of you that are students, please continue the tradition, the proud legacy that your school has. Some of you, PUP, you work for us now. We appreciate you. We know you're good employees. For those of you that might work for us in the future, please consider us. We'd love to have you. We know that you make a great employee for Emerson.
PUPians, bring everything you are. If you have big ideas, let's talk. Come work where passion meets possibility. You can visit jobs.del.com for opportunities.
Pursue your dreams and work hard for whatever endeavor you will choose. And in the event that you will choose to apply in one of the fastest BPO companies in the Philippines, I would like to invite you to apply in EGS, an Alorica company, because our doors are open for all of you.
To all the PUPians, let's create a Science of Smile together.
SMART is very happy to have PUP graduates now enjoying their career and let them live more.
Hashtag Sites to PUP. We will support you in more ways than one.
Tara na, maging magkasama na tayo. Mabuhay ang PUP!
Ang problema at suliranin ay sangkap na ng buhay ng isang tao. Rekadong nagpapaalat, nagpapatamis at nagpapaanghang sa araw-araw nating pakikibaka rito. Mga suliraning sumira na ng ilang pangarap, ngunit hindi ang pangarap ng isang PUPian. Ito ang buhay ng isang profesor na nangarap, nagsumikap at nagtagumpay sa napili niyang larangan. Tunghayan natin ang buhay ni Professor Marlon Agoy-Agoy.
Hi, ako nga pala si Marlon Agoy-Agoy, kasalukuyang guro dito sa Politeknikong Universidad ng Pilipinas, 34 years old. Lumaki ako sa Sama at masasabi ko yung kabataan ko napakahirap kasi lalo na nung panahon na nag-aaral ako sa probinsya, kailangan kong maglakad ng 3 kilometro ang layo bago marating ang eskwelahan. Hindi pa sumuntado yung mga daan. Kailangan namin maglakad kahit na maputik yung daan para lang marating yung eskwelahan. At kadalasan, dahil kailangan kong habulin yung oras ng klase ko, kadalasan hindi na ako nag-almusal, papakaaga. Kahit walang laman ang sigura ko, tapos napakalayo pa ng lalakaran ko. Kaya doon pa lang ramdam mo na yung hirap eh. Pero hindi naman ako nanunumbat sa magulang ko na kasi hindi ko rin naman masisisi yung mga magulang ko kasi talagang wala naman talaga. Ayoko namang pigain sila sa mga pangangailangan ko na hindi naman nila maibigay sa akin. Kasi nakikita ko rin naman ang hirap nila. Graduate ako ng high school, kinailangan ko nang lumuwas ng Maynila. Nung dumating ako dito, ang unang problema, yung titirahan ko. Kasi wala nga dito yung mga magulang ko, nasa probinsya. So ang nangyari, nakitira ako sa tiyuhin ko, yung kapatid ng mother ko. Nung dumating ako dito, hindi kaagad ako nakapag-aral ng college. Kinailangan ko muna maghanap ng trabaho. Kasi ang nasa isip ko noon, mag-save muna para sa tertiary education ko. Kasi talagang ang bala ko makatapos ng pag-aaral eh. Kailangan ko munang magtrabaho sa factory, sa food chain. Kung familiar kayo sa burger machine na walang guard, 36 hours ako nakabantay, walang pumapalit sa akin kasi yung kapalit ko ay nagkasakit. Yung mga ganong instance, yung mag-repack ng mga chichirya sa mga factory, naging repacker ako, no? Napakamura. Parang that time, 17 years old lang ako. Noong 2001, nagkaroon ng magandang balita. Magandang balita siya kasi nung time na yon si President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo naglabas siya ng programa, yung President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo Scholarship. At itong scholarship na to, designed ito for less privileged students like me, yung mga hirap na hirap sa buhay. Para ito sa mga talagang walang pampaaral. Kaya ang ginawa ng tito ko, dahil alam niyang desidido ako makatapos ginawa ng paraan ng tito ko na makapasok ako sa scholarship. Kasi ang sistema kasi noon, barangay LGU muna, contact nila, DSWD. So ayun, ang ginawa ng tito ko, nagpunta siya ng barangay sa Valenzuela, sa usap niya yung kapitan doon, pinagpasa ako ng mga requirements doon. Tapos nung naipasa ko yung mga requirements, in-evaluate nila at eventually, nakapasa naman ako doon sa scholarship. Hanggang sa nung nandito na ako, nasa college na, nag-aaral na ako dito, mismo sa PUP, hindi pa rin natapos doon yung struggle ko. Unang-una, dahil Bisaya ako, lahat ng mga tao nakasalamuha mo, pag naririnig nila yung accent ng Bisaya, matatawa sila.
Threatening with piercing thrones to kill. All that attempt with eye or hand.
The fact na tumatawa sila sa accent ng Bisaya, sa accent ko bilang Bisaya, parang ramdam ko yung kahit pa paano, ramdam ko yung diskriminasyon ng lalo ng mga Tagalog. Uuwi ako ng bahay ay alas 9 na ng gabi, yung oras ng dismiss sa klase dito sa PUP. Pagdating ko ng bahay sa Valenzuela, di ba medyo may kalayuan pa rin ang Valenzuela hanggang Santa Mesa. Lalo na nung time na yun, hindi pa ganun kaayos yung NLEX. Kaya pagdating ko kung alas 9 ang tapos ng klase ko dito, dadating ako sa bahay mga 10:30 na o mga 11 na, ganun. At pagdating ko ng bahay, ang haharapin ko doon, tambak-tambak na hugasan yun. Mga plato, kaldero, iistisin ko pa yung isa-isa yung kaldero. Kasi ang negosyo ng tito ko, mini karinderya. Nagtitinda sila ng mga ulam, kung ano ng pagkain. Tapos, ang nangyayari kasi, dahil sila na nakababad sa init ina-expect ko na yun na iba naman ang nakatoka doon sa maghuhugas. Yun ang grabe ang hirap ko. Kasi pagdating ko dito sa PUP, isipin nyo yung nakikinig ka sa klase, nakikinig ka ng turo ng teacher mo habang kumakalamang sikmura mo. Grabe hirap yun. Kasi gusto ko mang kumain, hindi ako makakain kasi ang takot ko. Baka hindi ako makauwi sa bahay namin, sa Venezuela, kasi sakto lang yung pamasahin ko.
Relationship of various types of audiovisual materials as well as their individual position in the learning process.
Gagawin ko noon, bibili lang ako ng kanin kahit walang ulam. Di ba libre yung soup? Libre yung soup sa mga sa kantin dito sa PUP. May lasa naman yung sabaw. Diba? So, parang sabi ko, mairaos ko lang.
Ate, pwede ko makainin ng sabaw?
Naman, kasi ayoko mamukhaan ng kantin Pag gagawin ko, minsan, pupunta ako ng library, tutulog ko na lang yung gutom ko. Tapos, pag gising ko, kailangan ko nang pumasok sa next period, next class ko.
Marami ang nagtatanong kung ano nga ba ang kwento ng PUP. Ang hindi nila alam, ang kwento ng PUP ay ang kwento ng mga kabataan.
Ayoko sana kasing sabihin na magna cum laude ako, graduate ako na magna cum laude kasi ayokong isipin ng mga PUPians na napakatalino ko. Kasi graduate ako magna cum laude hindi dahil sa matalino ako, kundi dahil hardworking ako, determinado ako, at lalo't higit may faith ako sa taas. Kaya sabi ko nga sa mga estudyante ko, pag nakaramdam ka ng hirap, huwag agad magrereklamo. Kunting hirap, huwag agad magrereklamo. Kung kinakailangan gawa ng paraan para masolusyonan yung problema, gawa ng paraan. Hindi ko naisip na sumuko. Kahit na ano man ang naranasan kong problema, kailanman, kung ano man ang gusto kong ma-attain, ano man ang gusto kong maabot, paghihirapan ko yun, hindi kailangan ako susuko. At hindi vocabulary yung instant at
tunay na minsan ang buhay ay tila isang pagluluto. Hindi dapat minamadali ang proseso nito. Dapat ay marahang inihahanda ang lahat dahil minsan, ang tiyaga at tamang paghihintay sa mga rekado nito ang siyang mas magbibigay ng masarap na lasa ng buhay. Mahirap at minsay nakapapagod, pero iba ang pakiramdam kapag lumabas na ang itinatagong lasa nito. Tampok ang mahirap ngunit matapang na pagkibaka sa buhay. Ang kwento ni Professor Marlon Agoy-Agoy.
Noon pa man, malaki na ang naging bahagi ng mga kababaihan sa lipunang Pilipino. Kaisa sila sa marubdob na paghahangad ng kalayaan ng ating lahi. Kabilang sila sa paglinang ng ating makulay na sining at mayamang kultura. Kasapi sila sa pagtataguyod ng mga adhikain ng kapwa mamamayan at sa pagtugon sa mga pangangailangan ng lipunan. Katuwang sila sa pagtuklas sa mga larangan ng agham at medisina. Kapanalig sila sa pagpapairal ng batas, karapatan at katarungan para sa lahat. Kabahagi sila sa paglilingkod sa bayan at sa pagpapanatili ng demokrasyang Pilipino. Sa paglipas ng panahon, hindi nagmaliw ang kanilang pag-ibig sa ating inang bayan. Mga kababayan, ito ang alay ng mga kababaihang Pilipino para sa bayan. Tumayo po tayong lahat at sabay-sabay nating awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dilim mo'y buhay. Lupang hiniram, dulatan ng pag-ibig, sa manlulubi, di ka masisigil, sa lahat ng tulog, sa sinulat, sa aming lumahan. Nagkinatang tula at awit sa dayang minamahal. Ang isang ng patawad mo'y talumpay ka na niligid. Tuwing nag-araw na kailan pa may madilim. Lupa ng araw ng walhati pagsima, buhay namin sa tingin mo. Ang higaya na pag may makahamit, ang mga tayo ng nais sa'yo.
Hi, I'm Engineer Florinda H. Oquindo, Director of the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office. The role of our office is to keep connections among students and alumni, provides complete range of services to students, alumni, and employers in the area of career development, graduates and professional schools preparations, employee relations, and campus recruitment. We also provide alumni and students with the tools and resources to help find success in all professional endeavors. To all freshmen, please come and visit us. Our office is located at N209 North Wing, 2nd floor.
Hello guys, good morning. Again, I'm Professor Jane S. Pulma from the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office. So, in behalf of our office, in behalf of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office, I would like to personally welcome you in this 2021 Career Development Seminar. So, alam ko maraming nakatulog ng mahimbing kagabi kasi medyo maulan at malamig. So, gusto kong I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the presence of our industry partners and the Director of the Alumni Relation and Career Development, Engineer Florinda Oquindo, the students and participants from the College of Engineering and College of Architecture, Design and Built Environment, or formerly known as KAPA. Good morning at magandang umaga. So, guys, I would like to thank you for taking your time off and interest and attending this event. And thank you, and I hope you will enjoy this career development seminar. So, but first, let me remind everyone that we're currently on live stream and at the PUP Career Center. So please follow us on our FB page. So para po maging updated tayo sa mga event ng Alumni Relation and Career Development, sa webinar natin, sa mga webinar at iba pang event, pa-like and not subscribe. Pa-like and share po ang page namin. So, we do have 2 participants for this career development seminar. One is our Zoom participants and the other one is our stream participants or the PUP FB page participants. So, without any further ado, let's welcome for the opening remarks for this career development seminar, Let's welcome the Director and the Assistant for Vice President for Students Affairs and Services, Engineer Florinda H. Oquindo.
Okay, thank you, Miss Jane. So, distinguished guests, students, a pleasant morning to all. University is a training ground, a vision as to what there is to be expected of the world and the various industries that have instilled themselves into it throughout centuries. However, the current circumstances the world is placed onto challenges this. Hence, the university places its efforts into being able to suffice in providing students a better grasp of what there is as they take further steps into achieving their ambitions, their careers. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to our guests, the industry partners, who are sharing their time with us today. Your passion and expertise in your chosen fields are truly an inspiration. And I'm sure our students are much eager to gain wisdom from what you have prepared. Again, I welcome you all to this career talk. Good morning and a great day ahead of us. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Engineer Florinda H. Oquindo. So, just a few reminders Wait lang po ha. Let me share my screen. So, just a few reminders for our live stream participants as well as our Zoom participants for this event. So, guys, kindly turn off your camera po or pa-mute po yung sarili nyo para po at least hindi masyadong makonsume yung data natin. And at the same time, we will be encouraging to turn on your camera during the open forum and when asking question or you wanted to interact with our speakers, and you can raise your hand so we can unmute you. Okay? Let's Okay po, let me share my screen for the webinar proper reminders for the housekeeping. Okay, for our Zoom participants, please remember to mute your microphone while the webinar proper is ongoing. So please remember that the webinar is on live stream and please raise your hand so we can unmute you for the Q&A portion after each topic or speaker. You may also use the Zoom chat to raise your question after the webinar. So for our stream participants naman po, you may use the comment section for your question. Please introduce yourself with your course and section. We will be monitoring and including the questions you may have during this webinar session. So this question will be addressed during the Q&A portion. So for everyone, please make sure to accomplish the evaluation form, flash at the Zoom chat and the comment section of the FB comment section of our stream at the end of the session. So your digital certificate will be released 2 to 3 weeks after the conduct and will be given to those who attended, participated, accomplished the evaluation form given at the end of the session. Please take note that this form or this evaluation form is only accessible 6 hours after the webinar. So guys, without any further ado, I guess nandito na po ang ating speaker for today. So our industry partner, I would like to acknowledge our industry partner that will be joining with us today on today's events. We do have the E-Trade Information Services Limited LLC. We also do have the Jobs 180, Accenture, and Ayala Property Management Corporation. So they will be discussing topics such as building career path, resume writing, interview tips, and career exploration. So, alam ko medyo ah, marami sa atin na gusto na mag-start ang webinar na to. So, without any further ado, let me introduce you first to the first industry partner who will be joining with us today. Our first industry partner is a pioneer in online trading and retail investors. They are born in the 1980s as physicist and inventor, developing the process to place the trade online for retail investor. They become the first online transaction sent to an exchange and pave way to the main street of investor to control their own investment online. So without the need of a human broker. So today, they are the leading online financial services firm that specializes in the first-class experience for a digitally inclined investor and trader, backed up by a personal professional guidelines, a company that has a high-tech cost-defer platform for advisors, and the industry #1 rated stock plan administration platform. Okay, so without any further ado, our first speaker, or please kindly watch first the EVP for the E-Trade Information Services. Share ko lang po yung screen natin, guys. Wait lang po. Acknowledge muna natin ang presence ng hindi lang pala taga-PUP ang nasa Zoom live natin. We also do have from the NTC College, Mr. Angela Noel Manuel. So guys, share ko ang screen natin for the E-Trade. Wait lang po.
So you're new to E-Trade. Coming here was a really smart investment because of all the different ways we can help. After all, investing on your own shouldn't mean investing all alone.
Okay, so mukhang nagloloko ang ating
So you're new to E-Trade. Coming here was a really smart investment because of all the different ways we can help. After all, investing on your own shouldn't mean investing all alone. We have lots of experience to share, 30 years worth. Now that's long term. But what about value? Value that's money in your pocket. And, something just as important, value beyond money. And tools and technology? In a word, easy. Easy to research, easy to trade, easy to stay in the know even when you're out. But let's talk about you. Your DNA is unique, so are your goals. Cookie cutter is okay when you bake cookies, but you like choices. We have choices. But which ones are right? Guesswork doesn't work. Being informed does. Keep up with what's new. In-depth stories, out-of-the-box thinking. Hope this has helped, but we're not done. There's another important E-Trade resource, a real human, with insights and ideas, and a commitment to help you succeed. We have lots of experience.
Okay, so without any further ado, let's welcome Mr. Herbert Hinorga from a customer service manager of E-Trade Information Services to discuss about building a career path. So you may take the floor, Sir Herbert.
Hi everyone. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good morning po.
Okay. So, as I was saying, good morning everybody. Let me just acknowledge this real quick. I'm using my mobile phone for my video, so I'm not sure if it was already accepted also. All right. So as I was saying, thank you for having us. It's always a pleasure to take part with PUP's career development program. In the past, we used to visit your university and get to see the students in person. In this new normal though, it's mostly through apps and other social media platforms. But regardless of the setup, we do not want to miss the opportunity to take part of this important event. So we have high regards to the graduates of PUP, not just because of the huge turnout of candidates that applied in our company, but most importantly, the quality of professionals that this university produce. Let me know if you can see my video. I noticed I haven't turned it on yet. Okay, there you go. So before I continue, allow me to introduce myself first and give you a brief background about the company I represent. Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. And hopefully I'd be able to do that. Okay, here we go. All right, can you guys see my screen now? Kindly acknowledge in the chat box so I would know. There, okay. So as I was saying, my name is Herbert Ginorga. Please call me Brett. I work as a manager for customer service with E-Trade Financial and has been in the business for more than a decade already, performing leadership roles. I have vast experience in the financial services field, talent management, and customer service, of course. I am a registered US stockbroker and currently holds the following licenses: Series 7, Series 63, and Series 24. Now, I'm also a native of Bicol and a graduate of Bachelor of Arts in Political Science from the University of Nueva Cáceres in Naga City. So kung merong Uragon dyan sa audience, please let me know by raising your hand or typing in the chat box, please. Now, anyone here familiar with E-Trade? Show of hands, please, or simply type yes in the chat box. So, as you have seen in the video earlier, we are an online brokerage firm that caters to clients interested in setting up a bank or investment account. We have been in the business for more than 30 years now, and in partnership with Morgan Stanley, we have continued to challenge conventions and put customers first by delivering powerful technology and professional guidance. Allow me to expound in terms of the products and services that we offer. We offer bank and brokerage products. For bank products, I guess it's pretty straightforward. We're all familiar with it, the usual checking and savings account. where a client can earn interest and utilize cash management features such as ATM or checkbook. The brokerage or investment account, though, I would like to expound a little. Client can invest in stock, mutual funds, bonds, or options, and we also offer managed accounts. So, in the near future, should you decide to apply with E-Trade, I guess your question would be, what would you be doing? Well, that's a valid question. You can either answer calls to assist clients with any of their questions regarding their bank or brokerage accounts, or we also offer back office post where our associates work in the back end, like reviewing account application, disbursement requests, or account upgrades. So I'm going to pause there and give you a few minutes to digest what I just said. So E-Trade established a footprint here in the Philippines, and our office is located in RCBC building in Makati. Ever since the lockdown started back in March, we adopted the work from home setup to prioritize the safety of our employees, of course. I am proud to share that through technology and collaborative effort, we were able to continue to support the business at the same time, adopt and embrace this new normal. Again, I would like to highlight the strong partnership we have with PUP, which translates to employees we have that came from your university. So, should you decide to look for opportunities soon, we hope that you would consider E-Trade as your company of choice, similar with with other alumni that we currently have with us. All right, let's get down to business. For today's session, I will cover the following: building a career path. Now, according to a famous coach, a career path is a clear vision where you want to go professionally. A long-term plan for a career that looks not just next year, but years and years ahead. It's what you are working towards and where you want to end up as a professional. And it is something you want to be proud of course. Let me just confirm, we have first year and second year student participants, right? Kindly confirm in the chat box. So there, just in time for you to start thinking where you want to go after college. Now, I'll be honest, I work during the night. In a regular setup, I would be dozing around this time. So aside from strong coffee, I need help to be on my toes. So my only ask is be proactive, please. Participate and do share your energy with me. How do we do that? Simple. Ma'am is quite familiar with me because this is not the first time I participated in this career talk. So the way I do it, every time I ask, PUP, okay lang ba kayo? I want you to respond in the chat box, aba, syempre, with all the energy and emoticons you would like to use. Can I count on everybody? Show of hand, please, in the chat box. Now let's practice real quick. PUP, okay lang ba kayo? Type in aba, syempre, and you can even add your preferred emoticons, happy face, thumbs up, applause, etc. So that way, I would know that you guys are with me. There you go. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Rickmer. Thanks, Ariel. Thanks, Hans. Thanks, Patricia. Awesome. Thanks, everyone. I really appreciate it. Now, I'm feeling the energy. Thanks, Candy, Marvin's, Jenilyn. Thanks, everyone. So, going back, I want you guys to think where you are at now and where do you want to go. That's how you start building a career path. Now, using the picture as reference, similar when you go for a hike, the higher you go, the tougher the trail can be. And for sure, when you do that, you will encounter different challenges along the way. But I also want you to remember that the higher you go to reach the peak, the better the view as well. I'm going to stop for a few seconds for you to think about it. The directions you want to take and the challenges you are willing to face. So, as I mentioned earlier, now is the great time to start thinking about the long-term possibility for your career after school. A professional career, it's a destination, a career path. From the very start, of course, the very goal, our goal in any job is to achieve a level of proficiency and stature in your field so that you can have choices, so that you are in the driver's seat. Now, finding the right fit is the key to longevity. Hindi lang yung sa relationship yung right fit. It also represents even employment, even in your personal life. So, when you step out of the comfort of your school and start selecting a career path, you have to make decisions about the following: the amount of of education you want to need, the skills you want to acquire, the lifestyle you hope to enjoy, and you know what? Even the pay you envision for yourself. And that is what I want to share with everybody: how to start selecting a career path and preparations involved. Now, what I'm going to share are some key items you could use to build a successful career path for yourself. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not an expert. Most of them are based on actual experiences that helped me to be where I am at now. PUP, okay lang ba kayo? All right, let's start. Thank you, Ariel. So, how do you build a career path? First up, it all begins with your purpose. Deep, right? Ang lalim, parang pangmatalino. But it is true. Until we find and pursue that purpose, life would continue to be an endless string of struggles and fruitless pursuits. Now, in discovering your purpose, you must find answers to the following questions. What are those? What are you naturally good at? What are you passionate about? What gives you the greatest joy or fulfillment? It is only when you find answers to these questions that you can truly begin to have a rewarding career. So let me ask everybody, what are you passionate about? What's your purpose in life? Type it in the chat box, please. I want to see if as early as now, what are you passionate about and how you can build on that. What are you passionate about? It can be sport, it can be music, it can be anything that brings joy when you conduct that or participate in that activity. And I want you to start from there and see how it can actually evolve and build on that. So before you set out on a career path or even carve a new one, be sure to identify what will fulfill you in the job and of course for years to come. A coach once suggested that journaling about a typical workday will help you uncover what satisfies you, and from there, focus on that item that really brings out the best in you. If just in case, say for instance, you haven't decided yet, you haven't identified it yet, maybe that would help. Journal what you usually does on a daily basis, and from there, identify what makes you happy on what specific activity. Mark Twain, I'm sure you guys are familiar with him. Mark Twain was on point when he said, find a job you enjoy doing, and you will never have to work a day in your life. So that's the first stop. It all begins with your purpose. What else? Next would be have a clear vision. While purpose is the reason for your existence, vision is a picture of your future. Right now, let's just say you are at point A. What you need to envision next is how do you actually proceed to point B, right? From being a student, how do you land a job and what field? The best way to predict your future really is to create it. What is the big picture for you? Can you tell me what your future would be like in the next, what, 5, 10, or 15 years from now? Start planning. Now, I want to ask everyone, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Type it in the chat box, please. After graduation, where do you see yourself? What would you be doing? Thank you, Xavier. Biotech industry. There. Have a clear vision. Where do you want to go? What directions do you want to take? Do you see yourself landing a job in a prestigious firm? Applying what you learned from school by maybe helping your family run your own business if you have one? Or maybe you're the type of person who would like to establish your own brand. Having a clear picture of your future gives your life more direction and helps you to channel all your resources into building a career that aligns with your purpose. It saves you time. Okay. PUP, okay lang ba kayo? Let me just get my cup of coffee real quick. Thank you, Dan. Aba, syempre. Thank you, Sen. Thank you, Ariel. Okay, looks like people are still paying attention. Thank you, Xavier. There you go. Thank you, everyone. So, we start with identifying your purpose and then followed by having a clear vision. Then what's next? Set career goals. And I would strongly suggest you also come up with a strategic plan. Goals are the vehicle that transforms our vision into reality. Now, once you know your purpose and you have a clear picture of your future, then it's time to take those steps by setting SMART goals. I'm sure you guys heard it a lot of times already. You will not get from point A to point B with luck alone. Are you guys familiar with SMART goals? Anybody? Can you type if what each letter represents or what does it stands for? SMART goals. Type it in the chat box if there's anyone familiar with it. What the SMART goals or what the SMART represent? And why is it important that when we come up with goals, it should be SMART? Let me tell you. For your goals to be effective, it must be SMART. So it must be, S represents specific. M meaning it should be measurable. There you go. Thank you, Xavier. So it should be specific, it should be measurable, it should be attainable, it should be realistic, and it should be time-bound. The definition may vary, but the meaning overall of SMART goals is the same. Specific, measurable, attainable, or achievable. It is realistic or relevant, and it's time-based or time-bound. So there you go. How do you actually come up with SMART goals? Let me give you an example. Goals can take the following format. I'm gonna get my coaching certification 1 year from now. Is it SMART? Is it specific? Is it measurable? Is it attainable, realistic, and time-bound? Yes. What else? I'm gonna read one book related to my field once every month. It's specific, it's measurable, it's attainable, it's realistic or relevant, and it's time-bound. And of course, when you come up with your SMART goals, act on it. So you establish a purpose, you have a clear vision, set career goals. What else? Develop the skills, knowledge, attitude, and of course, your competence. Why do you think it is important to develop your skills, knowledge, and attitude? Say, for instance, you're already good at your given field. Why do you have to continue to harness and polish those skills? It's because it's like building a professional resume. Always raise your standards. Never stop learning. Similar with the fact that you get rusty or you tend to forget the skill if you do not practice. Continuously utilizing and developing your skills enables you to harness, polish, if not perfect, that level of competency. So, bottom line, always Utilize your strengths, talents, and natural abilities as often as possible. If you regularly use your strengths, especially the ones that you enjoy using, your career will feel less like work. And doing so, of course, will allow you to create opportunities for advancement, as well as highlight yourself. Here's a question. Here's a question I would like to challenge everyone. How do you stay relevant in this ever-changing environment? I mean, even if you're good at something, it does not guarantee that the same skill set would still be as crucial and critical 2 or 3 years from now. Look at the current setup. Look at our current setup. In the past, we used to conduct career talks in the comfort of your school, of your university. Now, we do it in webinars. And we have to adapt. We have to evolve. So, adapt and evolve to our ever-changing environment. That's how we stay relevant. And it applies to all of us. Never stop learning, continue to evolve, and take your skills and expertise to the next level. How do you do that? Study about the most successful people in your industry. Find out what makes them successful. Identify the latest trends in your industry. Get information about the challenges and opportunities in your field. Be a subject matter expert that people would gravitate towards you and guide and ask you for questions and seek guidance regarding your opinion. That's how you stay relevant. Being knowledgeable about your field, it actually sets you apart from your contemporaries. You become someone that people would want to listen to. This would eventually help you to build credibility and give you strong voice in your sphere of influence. Let me share you a personal experience. When I was just getting started at E-Trade with my company, I'm the quiet one. I mentioned earlier, I came from the province in Bicol, in Naga. I'm a graduate of political science. So when I was just getting started, I would deliver what is expected of me. Report and leave the office on time. Back then, getting those licenses, the Series 7, 63, it's not offered to everybody. We have domestic leadership, people who came from the US, assigned here in Manila, and they are the ones who will decide who will take those licensure exam. So one afternoon, after shift, one of our managers from domestic approached me and asked if I want to join the team for a night out. I usually decline such invitation because first, I rarely drink. That's true. Second, it's expensive. And third, our office is in Makati and I live in Quezon City. It's a bit far. So I'll be honest, I'm not good with directions, so I can easily get lost. So those are the reasons. To cut the story short, our manager asked me if I want to take the licensure exam. And I did. I'm like, I didn't know that I can actually approach you. I thought they will decide. So I passed the licensure exam, and next thing I knew, there's this supervisory position that opened up. So it's an opportunity because when I was just getting started, that's what I was looking for. Climb the ladder, build my level of competence, and in the process, get bigger responsibilities. So I applied for the supervisory position. And after the series of interview, my manager talked to me and mentioned that I was included among the top 3 participants who applied for the job. And back then, they were looking for 3 to promote as supervisors. So it was like, it's a matter of formality because my manager mentioned that I'm included among the top 3. So I was thinking I'm going to get the post. But guess what? When they made the announcement, I didn't make it. What I did after, though, helped define my career. And I go back to the 4th tip, which is develop the skills, knowledge, attitude, and competence. After that, when I didn't get the post, what I did, I remained focused at work. Deliver what is expected and continue to develop my skills. I grab every opportunity that comes my way to be trained for additional skill sets, such as I got cross-trained for live chat, to answer emails. I was among the first batch to get trained for placing trades and the first broker to actually place an option trade in Manila. So I continue to polish and to strengthen those competencies and skill sets. And guess what? There was an opening again, a supervisory position. And I was able to secure the role. Bottom line, you don't just stop. You stay relevant. Continue to polish those skills that you already have because you'll never know. After 2 or 3 years, it's not the same expectation. So make sure that you also evolve and you don't stop. All right. PUP, okay lang ba kayo? Let me know if you have questions, please. And of course, just post it in the big chat. Aba, syempre. Thank you, Ariel. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Russell. All right. Thank you, Sen. That helps to really boost my energy. So I mentioned develop the skills. What else? Next, have career mentors. This is very important when you build your career path. There are those people that, let's just say, they really make a huge impact in our career. They help us see and appreciate our potential and motivates us to go further. Can you share with the group the person who made the most impact in your career so far and why? Type it in the chat box, please. It can be one of your professors. It can be a friend. It can be a family member. I want to hear it from the participants. Share with the group the person who made the most impact in your career. Thank you, Xavier, a programming professor. There you go. You know what? It can be anyone we interact with. As I mentioned, it can be a professor, a colleague, a friend, a family member. And what's weird, even someone you meet in random and yet made a huge impact in your life. If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulder of giants. That's what Sir Isaac Newton once said. And I can totally relate to that. I had the opportunity to work with great leaders from the past, which really helped propel my career and work on other areas that I still need to work on. Grab the opportunity to learn from experts, your professors, your colleagues, your friends, people you meet in a day-to-day basis. Be a selective sponge. That's what I call it. How do you do that? You absorb all the good qualities from people you work with, while at the same time, you learn from their mistakes and use it to better hone your skills. Now, learning from the experience of a mentor would give you the leverage and save you a lot of time and resources. So make the effort to look for mentors that would support you in your career path. And you know what's interesting? Individuals who have had successful careers are actually looking for opportunities to pass on their wealth of knowledge and experience to the next generation. So don't hesitate to look for mentors, people who can walk you through or provide guidance in terms of making those career decisions. I remember when I was asked during my interview when I applied for the managerial post, I was asked, what is my advantage among others? Because quite frankly, those people who also applied for the managerial role, I'm pretty confident that they also have what it takes. So the way I answered it is that I remember what I said. I had the opportunity to work and learn from different leaders. I did not stop there. What I learned from each and every one of them, I even tried to develop them further, taking my people skills to the next level, my coaching technique on a different perspective, giving my leadership strategy a brand new meaning. My drive, my perseverance, and all that, that is what I can put in the table. That is my edge among others. And yeah, not to brag, I secured the managerial role on my first application because I have career mentors that help me propel my career and help me to further develop those skill sets that I already have. Let me know if you have questions, by the way. Just post it in the big chat and I'll be happy to answer them. So, have career mentors. Now, last but not the least would be build professional networks. Why does it matter? There's a saying, you are defined by the people around you. Renowned businessman, what's his name? Jim Rohn once said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with. I'll repeat. You are the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with. So right now, I want you to think about it. Who are those people that you usually spend your time with? Who are the people that you usually interact on a day-to-day basis? I mean, aside from your parents, who are those people you interact in school, outside the house? The people around you matter. So choose them wisely. It's nice to interact with people with the same passion and interest. Build on that. Look for people who will challenge you and make you better. At the same time, provide real feedback in terms of how you're doing, in terms of areas that you can still improve on. People that would not really lie in your face and just tell you, you know what, you're doing great. But in reality, there are certain areas you still need to work on. So no matter how intelligent or smart you think you are, you would never be able to achieve your full potentials without the support and help of others. John Wooden once said, 5 years from now, you're the same person, except for the people you've met and the books you've read. I'll repeat. 5 years from now, you're the same person, except for the people you've met and the books you've read. So, if you're going to limit yourself to the same group of people or to the same circle of friends that you have, then take that into consideration. How you're going to evolve and how do you continue to develop yourself. Because as I mentioned earlier, we continue to evolve and progress as we interact with people and learn from experiences we encountered along the way. Now, I'm going to pause there and give everyone a few minutes to digest everything and reflect on what we just covered. Just a recap, some of the helpful tips that I've shared on how you can build a career path is, first up, it all begins with your purpose. Next, you come up with a clear vision. Third, you set career goals and you come up with strategic plan. Fourth, you develop the skills, your knowledge, attitude, and competence. Fifth, have career mentors. And last but not the least is build professional networks. Now, quite frankly, building a successful career, it takes time. I mean, you're just about to graduate. So it takes time, effort, and patience. If you're willing to sacrifice some free time and you're willing to get out of your comfort zone, you will succeed. It's not that hard, honestly. It just takes courage and commitment to follow everything that you have targeted. Now, earlier, I've shown you a picture of the possible path that you want to take and the challenges that you might encounter along the way. After what we covered, I want you to look at the same picture. And right now, I want you to think where you are at right now, your current situation, and where do you want to go? Do you want to reach the top, the peak, even though there would be challenges along the way? Or are you satisfied where you're at already? Now, if you want to talk about it further and take it to the next level, I'll be more than happy to listen. My email address, it will be on the last slide. If, say, for instance, you have follow-up questions that you realized right after the session, shoot me an email. and I'll be more than happy to address them. So I'm gonna wrap it up with a famous quote that I can really relate to. Find your happy place, then get paid to go there. PUP, okay lang ba kayo? All right. Thanks everyone, and let me know if you have questions.
Okay. Aba, syempre. Sabi nga ng PUPians. So, maraming salamat, Sir Brett, dun po sa iyong inspiring na discussion about building career path. Sabi nga niya, you just have to choose the job you love or choose the job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. Tama po ba?
Agree.
Okay, so guys, if you wanted to interact with us and the speaker, please raise your hands. Raise your hand via our virtual raising your hands on our Zoom reaction or Zoom reaction para po ma-unmute namin kayo at pwede na po kayo mag-open cam. And at the same time, for our stream participants, you can also raise your questions, insight, and comments using the comment section of the PUP Career Center FB page. So let me share first the open forum guidelines. Pero guys, before anything else, may gusto akong ipakita at gusto kong sagutan nyo. Okay? Interact with me sa pamagitan ng ating chat box. Okay, guys? Wait lang po. Oop. Okay. Saglit ha. Uy, ayaw niya. Okay, can you count ilan yung letter F dito sa sentence na to? Sabi nila, once daw na na-count natin yung letter F in a matter of 1 to 3 minutes, genius daw tayo. Okay, guys, can you count the letter F on this sentence? And please comment this on the chat box. Okay, game. Hala, ayun na yan. Okay, meron na po ba? Tingnan natin. Ilan daw? Wait, nasan yung chat box natin? Ilan yung nakikita yung letter F, guys? Saglit ha. Check natin kung ilan daw yung letter F. Chat. Wow, 6. Ang daming genius ha. Danjego, Ariel, Olea. Tama guys, there are 6 F on this sentence. So, yung finish, files, result, of years, of scientific, ayan po yung result. So, sabi nga nila sa reasoning, once daw na nabilang mo agad yan, genius ka daw. Okay, guys, for the guidelines for our open forum, for our Zoom participants, so please be reminded, everyone, that when asking question, please introduce yourself with your name, course, year, and section. Kindly raise your hand so our team can unmute you, and please feel free to turn on your cameras when asking question. You can also use Zoom chat to type out your question. For our stream participants, when asking question, please type out the questions and your questions, insight, and comments using the comment section with your name and our FB Career Center page. Okay, guys? May gusto po bang magtanong kay Sir? Guys, may gustong kayong itanong. Sir, ako magtatanong. Mukhang nahihiya silang magtanong. Sir, open po ba ang OJT or student immersion, virtual, and limited face-to-face sa e-trade? Sir, nakamute po kayo.
Okay, so yeah, going back with your question, OJT, is that your question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we do offer that, and I can confirm that with our talent and acquisition team. But yeah,
So,
in the past we allow OJT in the office, even in the work from home setup, of course.
opo. Sir, kahit po virtual, allowed po ba kayo? By the way, most of our attendees today and participants are from the College of Engineering. So, alam ko mga inline at magagaling yan sa computer. Magaling sa IT yan. Makaka-work from home yan.
Yeah,
So,
that's one thing that we are really proud of. We're able to embrace the work from home setup. Now, in terms of OJT, that I need to check with our talent and acquisition. But as I mentioned, definitely we welcome new talents, regardless if it's an OJT or if it's a permanent job that you're looking for. But I can circle back with you if we have current openings for OJT.
Okay, so pwede raw. Meron pa po ba tayong question? Guys, pwede po kayo mag-interact. Check lang
There's
natin, sir, ha?
Xavier sent me a direct message, which I guess I can also share with everybody.
Okay
He asked me if it's in terms of finding mentors, how would he find one? How do he start getting mentors? Actually, it's a matter of who made that impact with you when you have that interaction. Let me share with you my actual experience. When I back in college, there's this professor that I'm really able to relate. Someone whom I really look up to. It can be your professor, or say for instance, it can be a friend. A mentor is not someone who really has that level of expertise, but rather someone who can provide honest guidance about your decisions, about your the career you want to take. It's an added bonus if that person, that mentor, has that same experience with your field. So going back to your question, how do you find one? You can start with your professor in college. You can also participate in events, in career talks related to your field, so you can have or establish that connection with people who are experts in your field and can help you or share their actual experiences that you can actually learn from. Do you have any other question?
Mukhang wala na, sir. Mukhang wala na tayong tanong, ha? Mukhang nasagot nyo at mukhang naintindihan nila ng maayos. Okay,
As I was saying earlier, I also shared my email. That's herbert.ginorga@etrade.com. If you have follow-up questions, as I was saying, I'll be happy to hear those questions, to see those questions and answer them.
Okay. Maraming salamat, sir. So, sir, would you mind po? Ask ko lang po. Ano po yung
Yes,
pwede
ma'am.
nilang kontakin, sir, para in case that they are interested to have their OJT or have their student immersion at your office? Ano po yung email or ano po yung number kaya, sir? Can you flash it on screen?
They can actually visit eTrade careers .com. Hold on, let me just get that. So they can actually go to etradecareers.com. On the website itself, they'd be able to see there the location. There's a drop down there where they can actually pick the location, specifically in Makati, and then all available jobs that we offer would also be available there. etradecareers.com.
Maraming salamat, sir. So, in behalf of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office, maraming salamat, eTrade, for gracing us and taking your time off and giving our student or our university and your time and opportunity para po matulungan ang aming mga estudyante on this career development seminar. So
You're welcome, ma'am. And just like what I mentioned earlier, it's always a pleasure to take part with PUP's career development program. So you can always count on us. And thank you for the partnership, of course.
yes, we'll be seeing you again for some other time. Guys, if you wanted to be updated on the events, on career talk, alumni webinars, and other skills and career development training, you can not subscribe. That's for YouTube, but we'll be building our YouTube next time. So you can follow us on our FB page as PUP Career Center. So in behalf of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Officer, maraming salamat po. Guys,
You're
may
welcome.
tanong pa ba? Wala na po ba? Wala na po bang tanong? Okay, pwede ko po bang malaman kung may taga-PUP branch tayo dito sa ating PUP branch and campuses sa ating chat room? Or galing po lahat tayo sa main? Okay? If you do have, we do have participants from the college of, not the college, from the branches and campuses, kindly type in on the chat box your campuses and branch. So we can acknowledge you guys. But by the way, we also do have stream sa ating PUP Career Center. And we are closely monitoring on that for your comments and sections. For the comment section. So mukhang wala na sir gustong magtanong. Okay, so again, maraming salamat sir. Then, apo. Okay, we can go now for our next speaker po. Thank you sir, maraming salamat again.
You're welcome. See you in the next session.
Yes sir, I'll see you next session po. Okay, our next speaker is an IT company focusing on providing an innovative solution that enables schools to equip with its job-ready graduates, meeting the complex demand of the current generation employer based on the changing needs of job-seeking millennials. So they focus more on providing innovative solution to employer in response to the complex needs of job-seeking millennials. One of the platform for job seekers, the Jobs 180. So, share ko lang po ang ABP ni Jobs 180. Ayaw niyo mag-share. Wait lang po. Sir Kim, nandito ka na po ba? Okay, so kindly watch first the ABP of the Jobs 180.
There are 3 easy steps in creating your resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz .jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes, and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
To discuss about resume writing and interview tips, let's welcome Mr. Kim Chua of Jobs 180.
Hi!
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Thank you po, Ma'am Jane, for the introduction. Magandang umaga sa lahat na nakikinig. Teka, let me just share my screen lang para it's easier. So I hope everyone's safe and tama po narinig nyo, lagi yung nagbibiro. No? Yung pangalan ko talaga ay Kim Chu Wa. Don't forget yung Wa. Baka kasi Kim Chu lang maalala nyo. Okay? Now, I understand that audience today are mostly freshmen, mga engineering students, no? Kung tama ako. And sa mga nakikinig naman, just in case lang, no, hindi kayo engineer at hindi rin kayo freshman, welcome na welcome pa rin. So ano bang mga pag-uusapan natin today? We're going to talk about a few things. Yung una natin pag-uusapan dito, yung ating tinatawag na resume link or yung pinaka-secured na platform when it comes to online application. Because right now, marami tayong mga online apps na ginagamit. Diba, sa panahon ngayon, puro virtual eh. Diba? Puro virtual. So mamimili kayo, mag-shopping kayo. Ano nangyari? Marami kayong shopping apps. Diba? Kayo kakain, magutom, order kayo. May mga food apps, diba? Pa-deliver, daming mga apps. Now when it comes to looking for a job later on, no? Yung mga nagkaroon trabaho ngayon for summer job or for OJT, you can already start using this tool that I will show you. Pero sa mga hindi pa naman naghanap ng trabaho, you can also start to put in your portfolio kung tawagin, parang profile ninyo. Para later on, pag naghanap na kayo ng trabaho, hindi na kayo mahirapan or meron na kayong ready na, no? Hindi na tayo magpapanik kung ano gagamitin natin na tool. Yan. So yan yung unang portion na share ko sa inyo. Later, when we have the time pa, I will share with you naman yung mga kalokohan ng mga aplikante at saka kalokohan ng mga HR pagdating po sa pag-i-interview. Ano yung mga pinagsasagot ng mga aplikante at saka mga pinagtatanong ng mga HR sa mga interview. Just in case lang later on, no, sure naman ako, mapapunta rin kayo sa direksyon na yan eh. No? Papunta sa mga ganong klaseng interview later on. So, what I'll do now is I'll be sharing my screen. Teka lang, I want to make sure lang na tama tong kiniklik ko. So, let me go here, go full view, share screen. Okay, doing it now and then pointing it to my PowerPoint. Okay, ayan. So, whoever is listening, kung nakikita po ninyo, you can use the emojis. Pwede kayo magbigay ng thumbs up dyan or any, no? Happy, sad face, fireworks, heart, or anything. Pag nakita nyo nang naka-up ang ating, kung nakikita nyo na naka-up siya. I hope okay na. Okay, sabi ni Sir Xavier Gregorio, shout out to you. Kita po. Ayan, salamat. No, shout out to Sir Xavier. Xavier or do I pronounce it Xavier? Ayan, depende, no? Basta sabihin ko lang Xavier Gregorio. Ayan. So, mamaya marami pa tayong shout out. So, since nakita niyo na yung screen ko, hindi ko na papatagalin. Let me now do a full screen. At mukhang hindi siya nagpo-full screen. Sandali lang. Bakit hindi siya nagpo-full screen? Hindi ko alam din kung bakit, but I'm trying to do a full screen. One more click. Yan. Tama na. So, full screen na siya. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. So, nasabi ko nga kanina, no, marami tayong mga tools na pwedeng gamitin. Ano nga ba itong tinatawag kong resume link? Are you using the right tool when it comes to job application, when you're going to explore for opportunities? Ito po yung aking mga basihan para masabi ko na itong tool na ito yung right tool. So ano tong mga basis na ito or ano yung mga parang checklist ko? So go through with my checklist lang. So let me share this with you. The first in my checklist is that dapat mag-stand out ka pag ikay nag-a-apply. Okay, pag nag-apply ka ng trabaho, dapat mag-stand out ka. Sa dami-dami ng mga nag-a-apply ngayon, dahil mong kalaban, no? Hindi lang mga classmate mo, hindi lang mga kabatch mo, pati na rin ibang mga nawalan ng trabaho. So these are all your competitor kung tawagin pagdating sa pag-a-apply. Okay? Another thing that is in my checklist is that you should have only one file. Because a lot of times, I'm speaking as an HR, ang dami ko pinoprocess na aplikante. Maliban na sa marami na aplikante, ang dami pang files. Ibig sabihin, may academic files, meron pa akong government IDs na kailangan kong itignan or supporting documents, medical clearances, ang dami. So hanggat maaari, isang file lang sana yung tinitignan para mabilisan ang ating pagpaprocess. Mas efficient, no? Hindi na pabalik-balik. Now, another thing in my checklist is that I want the process to be more efficient such that pag kayo ang kinontak, hanggat maaari, lahat ng info nakita na nung HR. Para ang next step na lang dito is either we go to the job offer, which is I think what you're looking forward to, or diretso na tayo dun sa final interview. Yan yung hanggat maaari gusto natin magawa dito sa ating pag-create ng tool na ito. Okay? And then, mukha lang po akong salesman. Madalas nagbibiro din nga ako. No? Hindi naman ako nagbebenta ng anything. Wala po itong bayad. Okay? Baka sabihin nyo mamaya, where pa? No? Wala tayong binibenta ditong anything. Lahat po na share ko sa inyo absolutely for free. Wala po itong bayad. Okay? And I think ito yung pinaka-importante sa checklist sa panahon ngayon. It's about data privacy. So I'm sure everyone who's listening right now with more than 100 plus here in Zoom, and I think we're also connected live in FB. Do you want your information to be secured? I think your answer is yes. So with that, hindi ko na papatagalin. Ano ba tong tool na ito? Itong tool na ito, ang tawag natin dito ay Resume Link. Resume Link is dubbed as the most secured resume. Okay, bakit? By definition, it is a personalized URL. It's a link that anyone can open online anytime. So again, let me use a shout out. No? Kanina, shout out tayo kay Sir Xavier Gregorio. Siya na rin gagamitin ko as an example. Total, nag-shout out na tayo. Oh. So, gamitin ko lang paalam lang ako kay Sir Xavier. So, anong example ng resume link? Ang resume link po, pwede siya maging xaviergregorio.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. Yan na po ang resume or resume link ni Sir Xavier. Now, if you're seeing the screen, it says here, John Santos. Just in case lang your name is John Santos, pwede naman din maging johnsantos.jobs180.com. So you're now wondering, paano ko gagawa niyan? Paano ba tong resume link na to? Diba? How do I make one? These are just very simple lang. Nakita niyo yung video kanina? 3 simple steps lang to, okay, on how you can use the resume link. So the first step is for you to register. This is absolutely for free. Wala tong bayad. So paano ka mag-register ng account ninyo? Pumunta kayo sa link na pinapakita ko. Okay? Ano tong link na ito? Ito po yung career portal para kay PUP. Okay? So alma mater ninyo yan. No? So go to schools.jobs180.com/PUP. Okay? From this page, you can see on the right side of the screen, may nakalagay register. Pwede kayo doon mag-click na register para gumawa ng resume link. Now, if ever lang nahabaan kayo sa link, hindi nyo ma-memorize, no? Hindi nyo matandaan, hindi nyo na-screenshot, hindi nyo nasulat, pwede rin kayo pumunta sa website ni jobs180.com. That's www.jobs180.com. Okay? Now, dito kayo mag-register. At syempre, pipiliin yung school, yung alma mater ninyo, which is Polytechnic University of the Philippines. Okay? To be specific, main campus or Santa Mesa campus. Okay? Now, as you do this, you have to start by creating a unique name. Saan ba nakabase ang unique name? Nakabase po ang unique name sa... dali lang, excuse lang. Ayan. Sorry. Medyo nasasamid pa ako. Ayan. Okay na. So, saan ba nakabase ang ating unique name? Nakabase po ito sa ating pangalan, yung resume link, kadalasan sa ating pong pangalan. So if your name is John Santos, pwede siya maging johnsantos.jobs180.com. Kung kayo naman ay si Sir Xavier, sample lang Xavier Gregorio, pwede po maging xaviergregorio.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. Yan na po ang inyong resume link. Now, you might be wondering, paano kung may kapangalan kayo? Halimbawa lang, no, nagre-register kayo, tapos may nauna sa inyo, eksakto-eksakto katukayo mo. As in talagang parehong-pareho pangalan nyo. Xavier Gregorio din. Ano mangyayari? You have to be a little creative. Pwede mo baliktarin. Pwede mo gawing Gregorio Xavier. O kaya Xavier G. O kaya Gregorio X. O kaya XG. O diba? Pwede ka ano gusto mo gawin. Basta importante, wala kang kapareho kahit kayo may kapangalan. Okay? Now, paalala ko lang mga PUPians. Huwag po kayong OA. Pag gumawa po tayong resume link, huwag gagawin tipong ganyan. Yung mga nakalagay, Barbie doll, cutie pie, pogi ako. Diba? Hindi yan mukhang professional pag yan ang ginamit ninyong mga resume link pa nag-a-apply. Diba? Just imagine na lang when the HR will ask for your resume and you tell the HR, ma'am, ang resume ko po ay eljablo.jobs180.com. Eh baka matakot yung HR kaagad, 'di ba? Nakita pa lang niya yung pangalan mo, atras na siya. 'Di ba? So, do not create something like this. It does not look and sound professional. Okay, I'm just showing you some examples here. Okay, so I recommend just stick to your name, and whatever your name is, it will sound professional. Okay, now as you register, you have to use a valid email. Ano yung mga valid email? Email sa nabubuksan po natin, kagaya ng Yahoo, Gmail, Outlook, or any email na nabubuksan. Wag lang po natin gagamitin ang email na kagaya ng, gagawa na naman ako ng shoutout dito, titingin tayo sa audience, noel@facebook.com na email. Wag kang gagamit dyan ng Diego@facebook.com na email. Yan, sample lang, no? Sample lang. So do not use @facebook.com na email to register. Okay, why? Because you will no longer be able to receive notification being sent to you by the companies as well as jobs180.com. Gumamit tayo ng email na bubuksan natin. Okay, bakit importante na yung email na bubuksan natin? Dahil kailangan po natin i-verify yung account. Yan ang unang-una. Bakit natin kailangan mabuksan yung email? So you have to verify your account para proof na ikaw nag-register. Okay, yan ang una. Another thing why you need to be able to open your emails is because you will be receiving notifications from the companies and jobs180.com. So papadalhan kayo ng mga possible job opportunities na nag-match doon sa profile na hinahanap ng company, and basically those are match on your profile. So saan nyo marireceive yan? Through your email. So importante na bubuksan na email. Huwag pong gagamitin yung @facebook.com na email. Okay? Sample lang ulit, huwag gagamitin yung roseann@facebook.com na email. Okay? So use something that you can open, something like Yahoo, Gmail, Outlook, or any email na nabubuksan. Okay? Para matapos sa first step, kailangan mag-verify, and after that, you're done with the first step. So we now proceed to the second step. Mabilis lang to. 3 steps lang di ba? So first step, just in case nakalimutan nyo kaagad, ang first step is register, wala po itong bayad, libre po yan. Okay? Second step is for you to complete the information. Yan ang pinaka-logical sa lahat. Sino ba naman sa inyo dito magsasubmit ng resume sa mga companies tapos kulang-kulang ang detalye or bungi-bungi information? Sa tingin ko, hindi nyo gagawin yan kasi sasayangin mo lang oras mo tsaka oras ng HR. At higit sa lahat, hindi nyo papahiyain ang school ninyo. Okay, I'm telling you this, as an HR, when they see your resume link, tapos nakita nilang kulang-kulang detalye, ang una nilang hinahanap, malamang yung school nyo because it is a reflection of your school. So please, make sure lang kompleto detalye. And how do you do that? Balik ulit dito sa link na pinakita ko kanina. You can take a screenshot, you can write this down or try to memorize it. This is schools.jobs180.com/PUP. Okay? At this point, hindi mo kailangan mag-register ulit kasi meron ka na account. Ang gagawin mo mag-login. Yan, tama, mag-login na. Now, if ever lang, no, hindi mo na naman naalala tong link, hindi mo na sulat, hindi mo na memorize, haba Pwede ka pumunta sa jobs180.com, www.jobs180.com at dito po kayo mag-login. Okay? Pag login nyo, either way, papasok kayo dun sa account niyo at kapag kayo na sa account ninyo, you start to fill in the blanks. Now, this is something that's easy to do, lalo na sa mga meron ng nagawang resume or nagawa ng document file about your information. Kasi gagawin mo na lang, ta-transfer na lang lahat ng information dito sa loob ng resume link para maging secured yung data nyo. Okay? Kung bakit secured, I'll tell you as we go along. Okay? Now, sa mga wala pa nagawang resume or never pa tayo gumawa, huwag na kayo gumawa sa mga Word file or document file. Sinasayang mo lang oras mo, dumodoble, triple lang trabaho natin Ang gawin mo na, diretso na dito sa resume link ang inyong mga profile. Dito mo na gawin yung resume nyo. Okay? Yung resume link. So, I will not go through all the details here. Okay? Hindi ko kayo ibobore. Baka mabore kayo, baka tulugan nyo ako pag sabihin ko, ano lalagay mo sa address nyo, ano lalagay mo sa email, malamang email nyo. Hindi ko to isa-isahin. Obvious naman, alam nyo na dapat ilagay dyan. Okay? Information ninyo. What I will highlight na lang here are the details na definitely, ito yung mga kadalasan na may miss out ng mga aplikante. One of which is to make sure yung mga contact information nyo updated. Lagay mo lahat ng pwedeng makontak kayo ng isang HR. Ano yung mga yan? Hindi lang po email, okay? Because you don't normally open your email, okay? Anong lalagay niyo dito? Phone number, correct? You put your mobile number. However, you do not answer the call every time someone is calling you. This is just based on my observation. When someone calls you, tapos nag-ring yung phone nyo at hindi mo kilala yung tumatawag, anong reaction nyo? Kadalasan I'm just saying, kadalasan lang to in general. kadalasan yung mga aplikante hindi nila sasagutin. Natatakot sila. Hala, sino kaya ito tumatawag? Hindi ko to kilala. Ano gagawin? I-reject or sometimes hahayaan na lang matapos yung ring. At umaasa na baka sakaling mag-text after matapos yung miss call. Paano ko yung HR na tumatawag sa inyo hindi mahilig mag-text? Paano ko yung tumatawag sa inyo, 'di ba? Walang balak mag-text. Ang gusto lang niya gawin, tawagan kayo at makausap na kayo kaagad. You now miss the opportunity. And this is the reason why I want to emphasize on this portion, please answer the call, especially if you don't know the person calling you. At kung meron kang iniiwasang tao, tsaka mo nilang iwasan pag nasagot mo na. At least alam mo na kung sino yun. Diba? Tsaka mo na simplehan. Sabi mo, chapi-chapi yung signal or something else. Okay? You get my point. I'm just joking. Pero ang point ko lang is, please answer the call. Okay? And lahat na pwedeng paraan, lagay nyo dito na makontakin ng HR, kagaya ng mga social media account ninyo. Okay? Aminin nyo man or hindi sa akin, yung resume nyo, ginawa nyo lang yan kasi part na requirement nyo. Okay? Sa mga merong resume. Okay? Sa mga maghahanap ng trabaho, definitely you will update your information. Okay? Paano kung may trabaho ka na, hindi mo na-update information mo. Pero yung social media ninyo, lagi mong ina-update. Diba? Mas madalas ina-update mo yung mga Facebook nyo, yung mga Twitter nyo, iba pang social media. Kaya ang recommenda ko sa inyo, please put all the possible means for an HR to get in touch with you, including your social media account. It's easier for us as an HR to do a private message. Mas mabilis mag-PM eh. Hi, are you available Thursday 10 a.m. so on and so forth. Diba? It's easier for us to get in touch with you. So I recommend lahat na pwedeng paraan na makontak kayo, ilagay nyo dyan. Okay? Next thing I want to highlight here sa resume link na wala po sa mga traditional na resumes natin, yung tinatawag nating work options. If you can see here on the work options on the screen, pwede kayo mamili ng 4 na klase ng work options. Willing to work night shift, willing to relocate, looking for OJT, or willing to work overseas. If ever lang, no, travel will allow us na. No? Pwede na tayo lumipat-lipat sa ibang lugar. So anong gagawin ng system? Itatry niya kayo i-match sa mga possible companies na mayroong ganitong profile na hinahanap sa mga aplikante. Kaya kung nga sinasabi kanina, importante pong gamitin na email, yung nabubuksan na email because dito kayo kukontakin ng mga possible companies na nag-match sa profile nyo, including jobs on AT. We also send you notification there. Okay, so ang gagawin mo lang dito, parang switch, on-off switch, yes, no, switch lang yan para ma-match kayo sa mga profile na hinahanap ng mga companies. Okay? Now, I'm not saying automatic hired na kayo. Wala naman ganito. Wala naman magic dito. You have to do your part. No, to make sure you put everything that is true to your information here. Okay? Now, when it comes to schools, obvious naman, ano school? Lagyan nyo PUP. Kung meron kang ibang school other than PUP, before, after your stay in PUP, you can also put it here. Wala pong limit sa space yan. Pagdating po sa seminars attended, ganun din. Kahit magkopyahan pa kayo. Okay? Basta lang, make sure alam nyo yung pinag-usapan sa seminar. Then, you can put it there. When it comes to certification, some of you, baka meron kayong mga certification program, especially sa engineering. Alam ko, marami mga certification programs connected sa courses na engineering. You can also put it here later on. Okay? Ano pang meron? Achievement. Isa yan sa mga kadalasan problema ng mga aplikante. Tanong sa akin, sir, alam nyo ba, gagraduate na ako, hindi ko pa rin alam kung may achievement ako or wala. Kasi hindi ko talaga alam kung may achievement ako, feeling ko wala. 'Di ba? Alam niyo, hindi ako naniniwala eh. Bawat tao, meron yan achievement from at one point in time. Sure ako, sa lahat na nakikinig, meron na kayo naging achievement. Do not limit your achievement only inside the school. Hindi yan lahat based on academic excellence. Hindi tayo lahat Dean's Lister. Hindi tayo lahat honor student. Pero some of us are student leaders. So you're very active in school. Diba? You do a lot of things. You can also use those things as an achievement and consider those things as an achievement. Diba? O, iba naman siya nag-react, sir. Wala talaga ako achievement eh kasi tahimik ko sa school. Ang ginagawa ko lang mag-aral saka uwi ng bahay lang. Actually ngayon online class lang. Dito lang ako lagi online, 'di ba? Sa bahay lang. Now, I don't really know kung ano mga pinagagawa ninyo, pero sigurado ako marami kayong naging achievement na lamang sa iba pang mga aplikante or lamang sa iba pang mga classmates nyo. Maybe lang maybe some of you are active sa barangay nyo. Diba? Hindi ko alam. Sa social civic organization, active kayo sa Red Cross, diba? Sa Habitat for Humanity. Depende, marami kayong mga ibang mga pinagkakabalahan na sa tingin nyo, achievement nyo. So, ang recommend ko lang dito is you put all these things here because what you're doing is you're trying to market yourself more effectively to the company. Okay? If at this point you're thinking, sir, freshman pa lang naman ako eh. Hindi ko pa naman to kailangan intindihin eh. Well, partly yes, tama ka because you still have a few more years to build your profile. Pero gusto mo ba antayin yung time na gagraduate ka na at maghanap ka ng trabaho? Tsaka mo isipin ngayon lahat, ano bang pinagagawa ko nung first year ako? Ano bang mga pinagkakaaktibahan ko nung second year ako? Ganun ba gusto niyo mangyari? I hope hindi. Okay? So I hope as you proceed, diba, year after year, as you get those experiences come in, then you now put all these things dito sa loob ng inyong resume link. Okay? Now, when it comes to skills and languages, sigurado ako, hindi lang dalawa ang alam nyo. Sure ako dalawa na alam nyo sa languages. Alam nyo Tagalog, alam nyo, or Filipino, no? You know Tagalog and you know English. Some of you knows local dialect, Chabacano, Bisaya, Ilonggo, Kapampangan, di ba? You know foreign languages, Chinese, Japanese, French, Vietnamese. Lahat yan, wala limit sa space yan. You put everything here. When it comes to skills, isa lang gusto ko i-highlight. Hindi porkat engineering ang course mo, or engineer ka, ang alam mo lang na skills pang engineering. Some of you baka hilig nyo magluto, mahilig kayo sa culinary, di ba? Some of you baka mahilig kayo sa photography, sa videography, mahilig kayo sa sa mga computer design, 'di ba? Mga programming. Lahat ng yan skills nyo yan. So what you're doing here, regardless kung connected siya sa course nyo o hindi, ang recommend ko, ilagay nyo dito yung mga skills na yan. Because what you're doing is you're marketing yourself more effectively to that company. Okay? And one thing I'll tell you, sa lahat na nakalagay na information sa loob ng isang resume or isang resume link, ang una-una tinitignan, kadalasan na pinakamabigat na aspect, okay? Pinakamabigat na aspect na tinitingnan ng mga HR is the skills. Diba? That's the most crucial part. So I recommend you put all the skills that you know here because you're marketing yourself more effectively to the company. Okay? Now when it comes to references, obvious naman sa references, yung mga nilalagay nyo dito, mga kilala nyo, 'di ba? Ang tanong na lang, kayo ba'y kilala nila? Sana oo, 'di ba? Kasi madalas pag tumatawag kami sa mga references nyo, hindi kayo maalala. Yung pinaka-worst diyan, hindi talaga kilala. So please tell them ginawa silang reference para at least they know what to tell about you pag sila ay natawagan lang, no, for background checking. Now at this point, I think some of you already aware about what I was saying. So some of you baka meron na nga kayong nagawa. So wala na kayong kailangang problemahin. Transfer na lang all the information here sa loob ng resume link para maging secured yung data ninyo. Okay? Now, moving forward, ito yung mga papakita ko, ito yung mga amazing na portion. Yes, amazing na portion. Ito yung mga wala sa traditional na resumes. Ano tong mga to? Sisimulan ko sa portfolio section. Itong portfolio section, ito yung part kung saan dito mo i-upload yung mga evidence ng mga skills mo. If you claim that you are a graduate later on of PUP, anong proof mo? Ang proof mo is meron kang transcript, meron kang diploma. Okay? O hindi meron kang grad pick. Yung grad pick hindi ebidensya yan. Okay? Halimbawa, ano sabi mo? Wala kang criminal record. Ano ebidensya mo? Di ba? Wala kang meron kang criminal record, meron kang NBI clearance, meron kang police clearance, 'di ba? Yan ang ebidensya na wala kang criminal record, 'di ba? Ano ebidensya na pwede ka pumunta sa ibang bansa? 'Di ba? Meron kang visa, meron kang passport. So, you get my point, no? Later on, if you're going to apply for a job and you're applying for something na meron pang travel, so they need someone who can drive, ano ebidensya mo na ka mag-drive? Obvious naman, driver's license. O, 'di ba? So, yan yung mga things that you can attach here to support your claim. Now, at this point, you might be asking me, Sir Kim, sabi mo sa akin kanina, kailangan namin mag-stand out. Sabi mo sa akin kanina, sa dami-dami mga nag-a-apply, mga kakompetensya ko, di ba? Hindi lang po yung mga classmate ko, pati na rin yung mga ibang may trabaho na. And how will I stand out? Di ba? Kung pare-pareho kami magkakaklase, pare-pareho kami ng course, pare-pareho kami ng school, pare-pareho kami ng teachers, pare-pareho kami ng curriculum. Di ba? Lahat naman pare-pareho lang kami, di ba? Pareho kami ng OJT na papasukan later on. So how will we stand out? How will I stand out compared to my classmate? Ayan. Yan yung malamang iniisip nyo ngayon. Sasagutin ko na yung tanong na yan. Una sa lahat, this is what you can do. You can now create a selfie video. And you heard me right. You can create a selfie video. Okay, parang TikTok lang yan eh. Only that, hindi ka lang sasayaw. Okay, you have to, of course, project yourself and pretend that you are in an interview. Anong sample nito? What you can do is you can get your smartphone. Kung wala ka smartphone, mahiram ka sa kaibigan, record a selfie video, you answer basic questions and pretend that you are being interviewed by the HR. Ano yung mga common questions na tanong during the interview? Kadalasan tanong sa atin, tell me something about yourself. Madalas na tanong tayo, why should we hire you? Yan yung mga common questions. So ang gawin nyo, sagutin nyo na yung mga ganung tanong and pretend that you are in an interview. Ang maganda ngayon sa virtual platform is that pag hindi mo type yung, pag playback mo at hindi mo type yung video, pwede mo i-delete, gawa ka ulit. Diba? Until you find that material, oy, okay na, pasado na ako, kapani-paniwala na ako. Okay, and that's the time you now upload it sa YouTube, sa Vimeo, maraming mga video channel na libre ngayon, pwede mo i-upload at ilagay mo dito sa loob ng resume link. So para makarelate kayo, okay, I will play this video para mas magets nyo. Okay, I'll play this video. Watch this first. It's a very short clip lang, 36 seconds to be exact. Okay?
Good day. I'm Kathleen Ann S. Pangilinan. 19 years old from Pasig City, and currently taking BSIT with specialization in web and mobile application at FEU Institute of Technology. You should hire me so I can obtain an entry-level position in the field of information technology, where I can utilize my knowledge and skills in the field that I am in. I am passionate, hardworking, and most of all, optimistic. To know more about me, you can visit my resume link, kathleenannpangilinan.jobs180.com. Thank you.
O, di ba? Simple lang. 36 seconds, wala pang 1 minute. Ako recommend ko, do not make it more than a minute because hindi naman to sa haba ng video. Ang importante dito is you're able to showcase your personality and you're able to showcase your communication skills. Now, some of you are worried at this point, naku sir, kailangan ba mag-English ako? Diba? Sinabi ko bang English video? Hindi ko naman sinabi English video eh. Diba? Sabi ko lang naman is gumawa ka ng selfie video. Okay? So, ang importante dito is you're able to showcase your personality on how you're able to present yourself, no, in front of a person or in this case, in front of a camera. And I'll tell you one open secret. Bakit tinatawagan ng mga HR? Tinatawagan kayo ng mga HR hindi dahil sa gusto nila mapagtsekahan sa inyo. Tinatawagan kayo kasi una sa lahat, na-catch mo na attention nila eh. Nakita nila yung resume link mo. Uy, okay itong person na to. Halimbawa lang ha, shout out tayo ulit. Ariel. Yan, kay Sir Ariel. Si Ariel, mukhang okay to. Ano gagawin next? Siyempre gusto niya ngayon makausap, diba? To find out the next things. Ano yung mga normally reasons why they will call you? I would say 70% of the time, they want to gauge your communication skills. Okay, I'm not saying English as a super ano kayo nosebleed English type, no, yung ganung klase. Hindi naman kailangan ganun. They just normally call you to evaluate yung com skills ninyo 70% of the time. So, you're now skipping the process. You're now making that process shorter. Imbis na first step, they evaluate, second step, they contact you, third step, they again proceed to the next step, 'di ba? Humahaba eh. Ngayon, umiiksi na. Because when they watch the video, they get to evaluate, they see for themselves, ay mukhang okay na tong person na to. I'd like to proceed na to the next step, which is either final interview or perhaps job offer na kaagad. Diba? Huwag kayong magugulat. May ibang mga aplikante, ang pinapakita nila dito sa selfie video, hard skills. They show them how to fold table napkins para po ito sa mga HRM or tourism graduate. Para sa mga engineering, nakita kong mga estudyante. Let me just share some example. No? May nakita ko taga-engineering, pinakita niya how to use a soldering iron. Some of you might know what is a soldering iron. Some of you baka nag-iisip ngayon, ano ba yung soldering iron? Yung panghinang. Diba? No, nakita rin ako doon how to properly use a welding machine. Yan, I saw this as well in some of the other schools ng mga graduates ay engineering, no? Maraming iba-ibang klaseng engineering, may computer engineering, 'di ba? May nakita ko how to clean computer viruses, how to set up computer laptops. Marami. No, may nakita ko mechanical engineering, how to parang ano yun, how to fix yung brake system ng sasakyan. Diba? So, marami maibang bagay, no, sa mechanical engineering yan. So, I will not go through these details. Gets yun na yung gusto ko sabihin. No? Alam ko naman, gets yun na. Okay? So, ang point ko lang is, you can create as many videos as you want, whether you showcase your soft skills, your communication skills, or your hard skills. It's really up to you. Okay? Pero ang maganda rito, wag masyadong mahaba. Gawa kayo less than 1 minute lang na video. Mas ma-impress yung HR when they see kung anong meron sa inyo. Okay? Another good thing with the resume link is that you can create your profile picture. Sa profile picture, hindi ka lang sobrang formal na formal. Kasi may iba sa inyo, di ba, nag-iisip, naku sir, gagastos pa ba ako? Pupunta pa ba ako sa studio para magpa-picture? No need na. Ang gawin ninyo, humarap lang kayo sa camera, pumicture kayo, okay? Sa likod nyo, may plain background, you're good to go. Okay, huwag kayo maglalagay ng mga picture na ganito itsura kagaya na nasa right side ng screen niyo. Huwag kayo gumamit ng mga ganyan selfie, look up side view, may groovy, 'di ba? Mga ganung klaseng type of pictures. Hindi po yan mukhang professional. Okay, so I'm just showing you the good and the not so good examples here para at least you're guided. Okay? Another good thing pa with the resume link is that meron tayong tinatawag na cover photo. 'Di ba may kasabihan, a picture paints 1,000 words. O, pasintabi na lang sa matatamaan ngayon ha, hindi lahat na nakikinig ay gifted with writing skills. Sure ako dyan. May iba sa inyo nakikinig ngayon, hirap na hirap i-express ang ating feelings, ang ating thoughts. Hindi mo siya maisulat, hindi mo siya ma-type. Kasi hindi siya natural sa atin. Pero when it comes to pictures, it's so easy for you to showcase your personality. Diba? Gets kagad ng HR what you're trying to tell them. Look at the examples I'm showing you. Look at the one on the left. Yung example na yan, obvious naman. Pag nakita mo, anong isipin nyo? Sino tong aplikanteng to? This is someone who is an ophthalmologist or optometrist, or simply put it as an eye expert. Diba? Iba sa inyo, pilosopo, isipin, sir, siya yung pasyente. Malabo na mata niya. O, diba? Depende, no? Kung sino dyan yung aplikante. Now, look at the right side of the screen. Ano nakita nyo? This is someone who is from admin. Maybe someone who's commenting and saying, sir, siguro, ano to, mateki. Ang dami niyang gadget, pati mechanical pencil, saka stapler, gadget niya. O, diba? So, depende. May iba naman nag-react, sir, makalat po. Diba? Yung lamesa niya, makalat. O, look at another example. Ito maganda example din. This is someone who's from psychology, who is from neurologists, di ba? Or basically who's someone lang who knows left or right. Ganun lang kasimple. So again, depende yan kung paano niyo papakita ang personality niyo. I have another good example to show you. Itong person na to, hindi ito miyembro na Akat Bahay Gang. Okay? Ito pang taong to ay gusto sabihin niya, there is no shortcut to success. Okay? You reach your goal by taking one step at a time. Yan ang gusto niya sabihin dyan sa kanyang cover photo. So I showed you these examples para magkaroon kayo na idea kung paano nyo i-express yung sarili nyo by using pictures. Not only using words, but also using pictures. Okay? Now, if I showed you good examples, it's just fair to show you as well not so good examples. So ito yung mga wag nyong gagayahin. Okay? Wag kayong magpapaka-misteryoso. Ayan, yung mga picture na ganyan, yung mga blankong picture, wag kayong magpapaka-misteryoso kasi pwede kayong mapagkamalan otherwise. Like ako mismo, guilty ako dyan. A lot of people, iba-iba may mga pangalan interchangeable eh. Ako mismo, sabi ko, guilty ako dyan. Pangalan ko Kim. Marami akala, babae ako. Kaya nagbibiro ako, di ba? Kailangan ko buksan parati yung camera ko every time pag may kausap ako sa or may meeting ako because I would always tell them, no, lalaki po ako. Kim Chu Wa. No, hindi po Kim Chu lang. Okay? So, marami mga names interchangeable. I've encountered names like Joey, Alex, Chris, Sam. Di ba? Recently, may nakausap din ako. HR pa siya. Nakausap ko, pangalan niya, Luis. So I was thinking, lalaki ba sila? Yung pala babae. O diba? Yan yung mga sinasabi ko. So better put your picture there para at least alam ng HR or yung mga kausap nyo who to expect. Okay? Now, when you create your resume link, please make sure may laman. Kasi kung wala pong laman yan, ganyan dating yan. O, kayo na lang magsabi. Kung kayo yung HR, papansinin mo ba itong aplikanteng pinapakita ko? Malamang hindi na, di ba? You will just be wasting your time looking at a blank information. So do not create something like this. Yan ang gusto ko i-emphasize. You have to make it catchy. Okay? And if you want to make it catchy, wag naman yung OA. No? This is just my opinion. Just my opinion. I think this example I'm showing you, for me, it doesn't look professional. Because ang dating parang tamad. Parang emo, no? Parang emo tong person. Parang ano siya, parang happy-go-lucky. No? Parang walang pakialam sa buhay. No? Chill-chill lang. That is just my interpretation of the picture. Kaya ako pinakita yung good and not so good examples para you will be guided. Okay? So let me use this very good example, si ophthalmologist. Tingnan mo yung example niya. Kompletong detalye. Everything is here. Okay? All the information is here including the attachments, including yung mga portfolio na nagpapatunay na siya ay isang licensed ophthalmologist. Ayan. At this point, you're now thinking, uy sir, kung ginawa ko yung sinasabi ninyo na ilagay ko lahat ng information dyan sa resume link, baka naman yung mga details ko nakalantad na sa buong mundo. Baka naman yung information ko nakakalat na sa buong internet. The answer is no. Kaya nga to tinawag na the most secured resume is because you have the ultimate control over your privacy settings. Ulitin ko yung sinabi ko you, as in kayo, yung mismong resume link user ang may control ng privacy settings nyo 100%. Okay, how do you do that? Sundan mo yung papakita ko sa screen. Okay? So, inside your dashboard, as you log in, meron kayo doong privacy settings. Actually, may settings kayo. So, you go to settings. From settings, you choose privacy settings. Now, inside your privacy settings, what you can do is you can choose the information that you want to show or hide in public. So, example na lang para makarelate kayo. If you don't want to show your birthday, what do? You turn it off. You don't want to show your address. What do? You turn it off. Ayaw mo pakita yung reference mo. Ano gagawin mo? I-turn off mo. So lahat na naka-off, hindi lalabas sa public. At ang maganda rito, real-time update yan. Pag sinabing real-time, halimbawa lang 2 minutes later na-realize mo, ay, pakita ko na lang address ko para alam ng HR saan ako nakatira. Diba? Baka kapitbahay ko siya. Diba? Baka lang. Okay? So what do? You turn it on and then you save your profile. Immediately after saving the profile, lahat na binigyan mo ng resume link, updated na sila real-time. So your address now will show up. Then maybe 2 days later na-realize mo, pakita ko na lang kaya yung birthday ko. Baka sakaling batiin din ako ng HR. Diba? Or baka pareho kami ng birthday. Halimbawa lang, pareho kami ng buwan ng birthday. So ano gagawin mo? You turn it on and then you save your profile. Immediately, 2 days later, as you do that, lahat na information updated na rin sila real time. So that's the beauty of this tool. Kayo ang may control kung sino or anong information ang ilalabas mo at itatago mo sa settings mo sa public. Okay? Let me now continue. Okay, let me continue. Para sa mga late naka-join, reminder na lang po, ang first step is for you to register. This is absolutely for free. Okay, second step po is to complete the information, and when you complete your information, please make sure yung information nyo ay interesting, attractive, at higit sa lahat, updated ang information. Okay, lalo na yung contact details para lagi kayo nakakontact. Okay, and now we proceed to the last step. The last step is for you to submit your resume link. So you're now thinking, Sir, malapit na yung graduation ko. 4 years from now, gagraduate na ako. Halimbawa lang. Sabi niyo pa sa inyo, ay sir, malapit na talaga akong graduate. Next sem na, gagraduate na ako. Maybe, those who are listening, no? I don't know, kasi marami tayong nakikinig right now. May iba naman sa inyo, in between jobs. Ay, paano nga ba naman ako magagamit itong tool na to kasi kailangan ko ng trabaho. Or maybe some of you are still buying time because you're still in high school, no? Matagal pa yan. Diba? Matagal pa yan. Hindi pa ako gagamit yan. Okay lang, no problem. So how will I use my resume link? Yan ang tanong. I'll give you different options. Lahat na options papakita ko sa inyo, practical application yan. At makaka-relate kayo kahit anong papakita ko dyan. Sure ako. Ano yung unang option? The first option is you go to this school career portal that I'm flashing on the screen. So this is the last time I'm showing it. So you either write this down, take a picture, or try to memorize it, or do a screenshot. Okay, para hindi mo makalimutan yung link na yan, go to schools.jobs180.com/PUP. From this, you can start to check for companies. Pwede mo scroll down, maghanap ka ng mga kumpanya na pwede mong applyan o gusto mong applyan. Kung nabitin ka, pumunta ka sa website ng jobs180.com, www.jobs180.com, at dito po kayo maghanap ng mga companies. Now, when you see a company that you want to apply to, regardless kung pasado ka or hindi, ang recommend ko, bigay mo resume link mo. Let me repeat what I've just said. Ulitin ko lang, kakasabi ko. When you see a company, okay, when you see a company, may nakita kang kumpanya or any organization na gusto mong applyan or sa tingin mo, pwede ka mag-apply doon, no? Sa tingin mo, oy, okay to, gusto ko maging part ng organization na to. Ano recommend ko? Kahit na hindi ka pa qualified, ibigay mo ang resume link mo doon sa company. I'll tell you why. Here's the logic behind it. If you see a company you want to apply to, at nang sabi niya, we need someone with at least, halimbawa lang at least 3 years of experience. Yan ang requirement niya, 3 years of experience. Okay? At this point, you're thinking, naku po, wala pa talaga akong 3 years experience. Kasi first year pa lang ako, freshman pa lang ako eh. Diba? Kailangan ko pa ng 3 more years sa pag-aaral and another 3 more years sa working experience. That means 6 years para ako ay maging qualified dun sa company. Now, bakit sinasabi ni Sir Kim, magbigay ako ng resume link today? Bakit today bigay ko na kahit na hindi pa ako qualified? Here is the reason why. If you submit your resume link today, freshman ka pa lang, okay? Freshman ka pa lang. As you go along, as you proceed, no? In the next few years, you build your profile, your portfolio, and by the time you graduate, which is my assumption is by 2024, graduate na kayo, diba? 4 years na, binilang ko lang, 22, 23, 24. So 3 years from now, graduate na kayo. By the time 2024 comes at graduate na kayo, magtatrabaho ka na. So another 3 years, 2027. Pagdating ng 2027, meron ka ng 3 years of experience. Tama? O, unless wala kang gagawin, no, from now until 2027, di ba? Pero kung from now until 2027, nag-aral ka, nag-graduate ka after 3 years, and after the 3 years, nag-work ka, another 3 years, you have 3 years of experience. By 2027, meron ka ng 3 years of experience. Ang maganda dyan is you don't have to keep on going back and forth dun sa company para sabihin, Sir, ako po yung nag-apply sa inyo 3 years ago. Ako po yung OJT nyo 5 years ago. Diba? Wala na yung ganun pabalik-balik para sabihin, ako po yung mag-a-apply ulit. No need to do that. What you can do na lang is just update your resume link at lahat po na binigyan mo ng resume link at one point in time, lahat sila magiging updated na real time. So by 2027, at sigurado ako darating yung 2027. Sure ako darating yan, di ba? Pag dumating yung 2027 at meron na kayong 3 years of experience, malaking possibility nag-match na kayo dun sa profile na hinahanap ng company. And by then, malamang marami pang ibang opportunities na i-open yung kumpanyang yon na na-match na kayo. Diba? So that's the logic why I'm telling you, why I keep on telling, you have to submit your profile, your resume link to the companies that you want to apply to, that you want to be a part of, regardless kung pasado ka or hindi. Okay? Give it today sa mga companies na yan. Alright. Continue pa natin. Another option. Sa mga mahilig mag-email, anong gagawin nyo? Normally, you write an email. Tapos sa email nyo, i-attach mo yung profile mo, yung resume mo, or sometimes yung Word file or PDF file. So this is how you do it. Wala namang mali sa pag-email. Ang kine-question ko lang parate, ano ba yung ginagamit nyo? Nag-a-attach pa ba kayo? Kasi kung nag-a-attach pa kayo ng mga resumes nyo, or mga doc file, PDF file, ang tawag dyan, makaluma, traditional, pampabagal. Hindi mo na kailangan gawin yan. Hindi mo kailangan mag-attach ng anything. Write the email pa rin. Dear HR Manager, I'd like to apply for the position of blank, and this is my resume. This time around, just write your resume link. Right? Sulat mo na lang. Halimbawa, ikaw si shout out, ikaw si Ma'am Julaima, 'di ba? Pihano. Pwede mo sabihin, my resume link is jpihano.jobsonid.com. I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you. Wala lang attachment. Just send that email. Ayos. O, 'di ba? Ganun kabilis. At kung meron kang i-update, hindi mo kailangan padala ng attachment. Hindi mo kailangan sabihin na, Dear HR Manager, my name is Julaima again, and I have now updated my profile. So this is now my updated resume. Paano kung nagpalit ka na naman ng address, ng information mo, nagbago ka ng phone number? Ano gagawin mo? Sisend mo na naman yung email. Dear HR Manager, my name is Julaima again and again. And this time, I'm sending you my updated, most recent, 'di ba, resume. Hindi mo na kailangan mag-attach. Pampabagal lang yan, pampadagdag trabaho lang yan sa partner sa part ng HR. What you can do is just send them an email and say, this is Julaima again and I have updated my profile. This is my resume link. Ganun lang kasimple. And lahat ng resume link na nasubmitan mo na, mag-update na sila real time. Basta nag-update ka rin sa side mo. Ayos? Ayos, di ba? Okay, tuloy pa natin. Sa mga gusto mag-print ng resume, pwede mo i-print ang resume link. That's the good news. Hindi kami galit sa papel. Okay? Ayaw lang namin na gumagastos pa kayo. Okay? Especially right now with the digital age, you don't have to spend money for printing. Printing your resumes. But in case lang you want to have something on hand na perong piniprint, you can print your resume link. It either comes out as 1 column or 2 column version. So mamimili ka. Pero ang gagawin ng system is try niya i-compress lahat, everything na information mo into 1 page para maginhawa sa bulsa. At least isang page na lang ipiprint out mo kung talagang gusto mo mag-print ng resume link ninyo. Okay? Now, para sa gusto mag-print at the same time gusto magtipid, paano mangyari yan? Di ba? Sabihin mo sa akin, Sir Kim, gusto ko mag-print pero gusto ko magtipid. Pwede mo gawin to sa resume link. Ang gawin po ninyo, pakita ko sa screen. Tingnan nyo yung pinapakita ko. Yan. Ang tawag natin dito ay resume link card. So what you can do is you can print one long bond or short bond paper and you can make multiple sets of cards. You can design it your way. So sa isang pirasong short bond, you can make 10, 20 sets of cards. Then just cut them. Gupitin mo na lang. At yung maliliit na pirasong card na yan, yan ang ibibigay mo sa mga kumpanya. Parang hard copy pa rin, except lang hindi na malalaki, hindi na short bond, long bond paper. Look at the picture I'm showing you. This is an actual picture of an applicant submitting to the company. Ma'am, gusto ko po mag-apply sa inyo. Pwede po ba? Sabi ng HR, yes. Do you have a resume? Anong inabot niya? Resume link card. Yan ang inabot niya. So, a small piece of paper. And what's inside the resume link card? Obviously, your resume link. Yun lang yung laman. Diba? Bakit ko yan ini-encourage? Una sa lahat, tipid. Okay, tipid. I don't have to explain bakit tipid. Gets yun naman, diba? Of course, sa isang papel, dami mo magagawang cards eh. Pangalawa, secured. Bakit mas secured yan kaysa mag-print ka ng malalaking hard copies nyo ng mga long bond or short bond paper? I'll tell you why. Kung nag-submit ka ng long bond paper or short bond paper sa isang company, for some reason, nilipad ng hangin. Okay, hindi ko kasalanan yun na pag nilipad ng hangin. Woo! Nalipad yung resume mo, nahulog sa sahig, may nakapulot. Kung sino man nakapulot na yan, alam na niya buong detalye mo. Okay? Yan. I-deny mo man or hindi, alam mo yung katotohanan. Kung may nakapulot, alam niya buong detalye nyo. Because everything about you is already in that short bond or long bond paper. Whereas, kung nilipad yung maliit na papel na yan, yung resume link card, wala kang problema, kampante ka. You have your peace of mind. Why? Because you have the ultimate control over your privacy settings. So at any time, you can always hide or show the information you want to show or hide in public. Okay? Now, ako recommend ko, wala na masyado nagpiprint ng mga aplikante ngayon. With the digital age, especially with the new normal, wala lang nagpiprint ng mga hard copies right now. Instead, what they use is they use their gadgets, yung mga smartphones, tablet, yan, basically technology na. And in case lang, no, wala pa tayong gadget. Baka naman akong gawin yung dahilan, sabihin niyo sa mga magulang niyo, Nay, tay, sabi po ni yung speaker namin, kailangan namin ng cellphone, 'di ba? Yung pinaka-latest. No? Hindi ko sinabing ganoon. Ang point ko lang is, kung meron, gamitin ng technology to your advantage. Kung wala, wag mamroblema. Pwede mo pa rin gamitin ng resume link nyo. Paano? Para lang sa mga contact tracing. Alam niyo, mapupunta ka sa mga mall, lahat puro contact tracing sinusulat nila. This time, when you encounter companies who will ask for your information, you don't have to write all the details. Lagay mo lang doon, name, resume link. That's it. That's it. Because when they open your resume link, they now see the information you want to show or hide in public. It's really up to you. Ikaw ang may control. 100% na information mo. Okay? So with that, let me just go back to my checklist, no, para ma-wrap up ko na itong topic about resume link. The checklist here are the following. Una, yung information ba ninyo, kontrolado mo yung privacy settings mo. Okay? With the resume link, definitely, you have the ultimate control over your privacy settings. Kayo ang may control. Pangalawa, yung speed of hire becomes faster. Nababawasan yung pabalik-balik dun sa company because all the things that the HR needs depends on you na kung anong lalagay mo, papakita mo dun sa HR. Okay? At kung may hihingin sila sa iyo, hindi na rin separate files. Everything is already inside the resume link. Now, another thing in my checklist is that it's flexible because if you want to print, you can print it anytime. Hindi ka na mag-iisip, naku, saan ko ba nilagay yung resume ko? Sa hard copy, sa hard copy? Sa hard drive ko ba? Sa cellphone ko ba? Sa email ko ba? Sa laptop ko? Dahil mo intindihin. This time, wala ka na problemahin. Just remember lang your resume link and you can access it via cloud. Cloud-based naman tayo. So, wala nang problem. Anywhere you go, basta may internet connection, you can connect na to your resume link. And higit sa lahat, wala tong bayad. Okay? Wala tong bayad. Libre po ito. At sa mga humihirit sa inyo, yung mga pilosopo dyan, humihirit, Sir, kailangan ko ng pan-data para makakonect po sa internet. Yes, I agree with you. No? Alam na natin yan, kailangan natin ng data pang-connect sa internet. Pero may mga ibang connection din naman na libre, kagaya ng free wifi. If you can access free wifi, even better. Now, if ever lang wala kayong free wifi sa bahay nyo, no? Wala tayong makokonektahan na malapit, baka naman sa malapit na kapitbahay ay meron, makihiram muna tayo ng internet connection. Diba? Ano lang yan, tulong-tulungan lang yan. Later on, pag may trabaho na kayo, bayaran mo yung internet nila. Diba? Sabi mo, sagot ko na internet ninyo dahil nung minsan tinulungan nyo ako. Diba? Magkaroon ng aking opportunity makapaghanap ng trabaho. Diba? Ganun lang yan. So, tulungan lang tayo sa gitong panahon. Now, in terms of benefits, marami pa itong benefits. Hindi ko ito isa-isahin. Dami nito eh. You can share your resume link sa kung kanino mo gusto i-share. Sa kung anong klaseng platform mo gusto i-share. You want to text your resume link to the HR? You want to send it via Messenger? You want to send it via Viber? It's really up to you. Ikaw may control sino bibigyan mo ng resume link. Okay, you don't have to worry about saving it sa mga sabi ko sa mga USB or hard drive. No need na to worry about it. At wala po tong compatibility issue. Whatever you're using, diba? You're using Android, Safari, or anything. Walang version problema yan. Lahat yan pwede mag-open. Okay? So shout out lang to all our school partners by the grace of God. Okay, right now we have more than 400 plus colleges and university partners nationwide, including your alma mater. Salamat po kay Engineer Flor, kay Ma'am Jane for allowing us to share this opportunity to your audience. Sa mga nakikinig po ngayon, hindi po to limited lang po sa mga estudyante. Kung may kamag-anak kayo, may kaibigan kayo, na sa tingin ninyo, makikinabang rin dito sa tool na to, libre po yan. Please share this tool to them. Okay? And I hope by spreading some good news to them, we'll be able to give something and get back something good later on. Okay? So sa mga nag-iisip ng mga questions na nahihiya magtanong, sagutin ko na yung mga common question nyo. Kasi ito kadalasan yung mga tanong ng mga estudyante. Unang tanong sa akin, pwede ko bang gamitin yung resume link sa mga kumpanya na hindi naman kilala yung Jobs 180? Ang sagot, yes. Basta alam nila ang eksaktong link mo. Kanino magagaling yun? Sa inyo magagaling resume link nyo. Okay? Hindi po yan searchable. If I go to jobs180.com right now and I type there Shekinah, halimbawa lang, I'm just using some random names here. No? If I type there Shekinah or Shekinah, nothing comes out because I don't even know ano link niya. If I type there Alexander, it will not come out. If I go to Jobs 180, it will not come out. I type there Lance, nothing comes out. Okay, because I don't even know ano link ng mga binanggit kong mga pangalan. Pero pag pumunta ako sa Facebook, try ko i-type yung Alexander, probably I'll end up with a few thousand Alexanders. If I type Lance, maybe I'll end up with a few hundred Lance. Diba? So, dito po, depende yan, sino bibigyan ng resume link. Kailangan alam nila eksaktong link nyo. Okay? At sa inyo lang magagaling yan. Pangalawang question, ang tanong, pareho ba itong jobs180.com sa ibang mga job site kagaya ng LinkedIn, kagaya ng JobStreet, iba pang mga job site, daming job sites di ba? Ang sagot ay hindi. May dalawang pagkakaiba, two major differences. Ano tong dalawang to? Una, para lang makarelate kayo, just in case lang, you have let me use JobStreet, no, with respect to JobStreet, no, since sila yung mas kilala between LinkedIn and JobStreet. So, let me use JobStreet as an example. If you have a JobStreet account, pwede mo lang gamitin yan kung mag-a-apply ka sa mga kumpanya na gumagamit din ng JobStreet. Pag ina-apply mong kumpanya, hindi gumagamit ng job street, hindi mo na pwede gamitin yung job street na resume mo. Pero yung Jobs 180 mo na resume link, pwede mo to i-apply kahit na kanino, kahit na saan. Kahit sa ibang bansa pa yan. Okay? Kahit hindi nila kilala yung Jobs 180, pwede. Basta alam nila eksaktong link mo. Yan ang unang pagkakaiba. Pangalawang pagkakaiba is, if you have already submitted your job street resume to a company, wala ka nang pwedeng baguhin. Lahat ng information mo, nandun na sa HR, touch move na yan. At least for the next 30 days, nandun na yan, nasa HR na yan. Wala ka na magagawa. Wala ka na pwedeng baguhin. With your resume link, pwede mo palit-palitin anytime, real time. Diba? By the minute, by the hour, by the day, ikaw bahala kung gusto mo palit-palitin data mo. Basta save mo lang yung profile mo. Lahat yan mag-reflect real time. Ayos, di ba? Number 3 question, can I keep my information secured? I hope by this time, sagot nyo ay yes. Okay, sa haba naman explain ko sa inyo, I hope naniwala na kayo, okay, na itong tool ang pinaka-secured na platform. Okay, especially for keeping your personal information. Okay. Another question here is, this I think is the most important question. Gaano kadalas ko dapat ina-update ang resume link? How often? Okay. Hindi po siya araw-araw o linggo-linggo, buwan-buwan or taon-taon. The answer here is every time. Every time na may bagbaguhin kayo, lalo na ang contact details nyo. Okay? Importante ina-update yung contact details natin pag nag-change kayo so that those HR who will match your profile, they will easily contact you. Yan naman pinaka-importante dyan, di ba? So, kailangan ma-update nyo yung contact details nyo. At ang tanong, trivia lang, bakit siya tinawag na jobs180.com? The reason why it's called jobs180.com, it's because we want to turn your life around 180 degrees. And it's not 360. Bakit hindi 360? Kasi kung 360 ginawa mo, bumalik ka lang kung saan ka galing. So never ka na makakarating sa pupuntahan mo pag 360 ka ng 360. So you have to do 180, which is a straight line. Straight line towards your career goal. And with that, so baka lang may tanong pa kayo, nahiya magtanong, feel free to email us or email here sa info@jobs180.com, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter, okay, to get the latest trends in recruitment. Again, my name is Kim Chu Wa. Don't forget yung Wa. Isang magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Now, before I proceed lang, I just want to check lang po with Ma'am Jane if I still have time pa to share yung mga virtual interview tips.
Yes, sir. Meron pa naman po.
Meron pa?
Pwede
Okay.
po, sir. Yes,
Okay,
po.
thank you, Ma'am Jane. So let me proceed. Now it's a time for me to share mga kalokohan ng mga aplikante at ng mga HR. So simulan ko na sa mga aplikante. Okay, ano ba tong virtual interview tips na share ko sa inyo? Ito, very practical ito. Okay, so lalo na ngayon, virtual tayo. Yung iba dito, pwede pa rin i-apply sa physical setting. But most of the things I'll share with you right now, I'll focus on the virtual setting. So the first things first, okay? These are the information you have to take note when you have a scheduled interview. Make sure na yung kumpanya at yung kausap mo, alam mo. Baka may interchange mo yung tao at saka doon sa company. Or worse dyan, tinawagan ka na at lahat-lahat, may schedule ka na, hindi mo pa alam sino yung company. Okay, and that happens sometimes because we get too excited. No, someone calls you for a possible interview, nakalimutan mo na rin kung anong kumpanya or pangalan ng kausap mo. So you have to prepare those information. Make sure you know them. Okay, because it's virtual, you have to know anong platform gagamitin. When they schedule you for Google Meet, when they schedule you for Zoom, as in most cases they usually use Zoom and Google Meet. Minsan they use WebEx or MS Teams. Iba-ibang platform, no? Iba-iba yan. So you have to also download that program in your application, in your phone or in your gadget, kung laptop man gamit or what. So you have to make sure na hindi yung on the day ka pa lang or on the spot ka lang magda-download. Okay, so you have to prepare na beforehand. Okay, another thing I'd like to emphasize here, because virtual tayo, yung internet connection very crucial. Very crucial. Walang mangyayari sa interview natin pag yung kausap mo chap-chap. Okay? Pag ikaw rin chap-chap. Ayan. Imagine mo, ganun yung kausap mo the entire time. Walang mangyayari. Kahit mag-sign language pa siya, chop-chop din yung sign language. Walang magkakaintindihan yan. So, very, very important to have good internet connection. Now, on that note, wala na akong magagawa. Kasi ang provider natin sa internet, iilan lang naman. Okay, so, at sa totoo lang, bulok talaga ang internet sa Pilipinas. Okay, kahit saan pa na ako, ewan ko, in my experience, kahit saan ako mapunta, bulok talaga internet. Nagkakaroon ng mga cases na nagpa-fluctuate, konting ambon lang, humina na yung signal, umulan lang, naputol na yung signal. Diba? And I think a lot of you can relate to what I'm telling you, especially those people in the provinces. No? Nahirap talaga kumonekta. So, kung saan pinakamalakas ang signal, pagtsagaan na natin, okay? Kung kaya pong buksan yung camera, at least for like a minute or two, please open your camera, introduce yourself to the person you're talking to, and ask permission that you're closing your camera after so. Okay, bakit? Maintindihan ng HR yan. Sabihin niyo lang, sir, pwede po bang isara ko lang yung camera ko because mahina po talaga yung signal, kinakain yung data, at mas malakas po kumain ng data pag naka-open yung camera at limited lang po yung load ko. HR will agree. HR will understand. At least, kung kaya nyo buksan yung camera for a minute or two, pakita lang kayo, pakilala kayo. At least alam na HR din na kayo talagang kausap nila. Okay? So that's one recommendation. Another thing I'd like to recommend there is that yung area nyo dapat well lit, meaning maliwanag. Okay? Because kung madilim yan, nagbukas ka ng camera, wala ring sense. Kumuha ka kayong shadow. Okay, baka kaduda-duda pa yung dating sa interview nyo, no? Mapapaisip pa, 'di ba? So find a place na medyo maliwanag din. Now in the confinement of our house, minsan wala tayong malugaran eh. Hindi ko kasi alam syempre yung setup ninyo, kanya-kanyang bahay, kanya-kanyang diskarte yan eh. May iba sa inyo maraming tao sa bahay, mayroon pang bata, may pamangkin, 'di ba? May asong tumatahol, may tumitilawak na manok, may anything, maingay, no? So anong pwede natin gawin? Try to find a spot kung saan tahimik po yung area. Now, this could sound like a joke, but I am serious if I tell you, kung wala ka na mapuntahan na lugar sa bahay nyo, sa lahat ng sulok, talagang maingay, okay, at madidistract sa noise, sa tingin ko lang, isang tahimik na lugar is yung toilet, yung CR. Diba? And this sounds like a joke, but in reality, you can use it as a place for you to do your virtual interview. Make sure lang walang nakastorbo sa likod nyo. Baka may nakasampay na mga underwear at kung ano na pa dyan sa likod. Pakiayos lang ng konti. Or you fix your green screen or blue screen para meron kayong virtual background dun sa inyong virtual tool nyo. Okay? So, you can do that. But make sure lang malakas ang signal tsaka tahimik dun sa area nyo. Okay? So, yan ang recommend ko. And then you do a testing dun sa gadget nyo. Hindi yung naka-ready ka na pero hindi mo naman na-test. Yung pala, hindi pala nag-work yung mic nyo. Diba? So, salita, sumisigaw ka na, hindi pa rin narinig ng HR. Now, first impression counts. So, do not be late and do not be on time. Pag sinabi ko do not be late, obviously naman pag late ka, you lose the opportunity. Lalo na kung interview yan. If you're on time, huwag yung sakto-sakto lang sa oras. Pag interview mo, halimbawa 2 p.m., huwag kang dumating doon ng eksaktong 2 p.m. Kasi mamaya biglang nag-fluctuate yung signal mo, yung 2 p.m. mo, naging 2:05 na. Yari, na late ka na. Diba? Try to be there 15 minutes kung pwede, 10 minutes earlier. Huwag naman sobrang aga rin. Mamaya 2 o'clock pa interview. 9 o'clock pa lang ng umaga, nag-aalmusal ka pa lang, nakakonect ka na, excited ka na dun sa kausap mo sa interview. Okay? So huwag naman ganun katagal din. No? So kailangan mga 10-15 minutes lang before the time. Okay? Now, when it comes to dressing up, ito yung good thing kasi sa virtual right now. Wala naman pong makakaamoy kung kayo ay nagsipilyo or hindi. And that's I know, again, I sound like I'm joking, but that's the truth. No one will know kung ano pang kinain mo. Kahit kumain ka pa ng bagoong dyan, no? na lahat, kinilaw na bagoong. Yan na. Walang makakaamoy niyan. Okay? Pero, yung itsura mo, nakikita sa camera, pwede nila ngayon makita yan. And they can sometimes jump into some assumptions and conclusions based on how you're presenting yourself in front of a camera. So, ito yung mga sasabihin ko sa inyong tips, especially for the virtual world right now. Okay? Una sa lahat, wag tayong KSP. KSP meaning kulang sa pansin, no? Do not wear something that's too loud na maalala ka ng interviewer mo based on what you're wearing and not based on your interview. So, do not wear something na sobrang flashy. May ibang mga aplikante, 'di ba, naka-leopard print, no? Lahat ng outfit na leopard ang outfit. Pati mukha niya mukhang leopard, 'di ba? So minsan ganoon, binabagayan yung damit sa itsura. So, 'yan yung mga iwasan natin. Avoid wearing yung masyadong KSP or kulang sa pansin ang dating, yung takaw attention, okay? Instead, I recommend keep it basic, keep it wag naman sobrang chill na mamaya nag-i-interview kayo, nandun pa kayo sa kama, nakahiga pa kayo, tapos nakapantulog pa kayo, di ba? Do not do something like that din. Kasi sabihin yung dahilan, sir, dito po yung pinakatahimik na lugar, at saka dito po yung pinakamalakas ng signal eh. If that's the case, then please dress up a little man lang, no? So ano yung mga pwede niyong bihisan? Kagaya na pinapakita ko yan sa screen, wear your blouse, wear your blazer, if you have your blazer, put it on, di ba? At least you look professional, no? Mas lumilevel up ang dating. So, you know what I'm saying, okay? Brush up your hair ng konti, wag yung gugulo-gulo. Now, some of you mga piloso po, ito yung mga tanong sa akin dati ng mga estudyante. Sir, pwede ba ako mag-dress? Pwede ba mag-dress pag nag-virtual interview? Kasi sa physical setting dati, nag-dress ako pag pupunta ako sa interview. Sabi ko, yes, pwede ka mag-dress. Pero wag naman naka-see-through. Okay, look at my example on the left side of the screen. Naka-dress yan, pero naka-see-through. Okay? Buti nilang nasuot pa niya yung bra niya. Paano kung wala siyang bra? Diba? So, hindi, again, I'm just joking. But ang point ko lang is, avoid yung ganong klaseng material, yung see-through. Okay? It causes a lot of distraction pag kayo ay ini-interview. Okay? Kayo ay nakadress, pero naka-plunging naman yung neckline. Very no neckline. So, do not wear something like that as well because yung mga kausap nyo, madidistract din sa at baka mahusgahan pa kayo based on what you're wearing. So, try to avoid that. Okay? Avoid also wearing statement shirts. Ano yung statement shirts? Kagaya na nakita mo sa right side naman ng screen nyo, nakalagay? Real women drink beer. Ano dating yan? Ang dating yan, parang hinahamon mo ng inuman yung HR. Diba? So hindi mo naman, malamang hindi ka naman nakapag-inuman. Diba? So, avoid wearing yung mga ganong klaseng statement shirts because it would say something about you or give a wrong reflection about you. Now, some of the guys are now reacting. Sir, puro mga pababae, mga sample pinakita mo. Paano naman kami mga lalaki? Ito na. Relax. Ito na yung mga palalaki. Sa mga gentlemen there, ang recommend ko lang is you also dress up. Diba? Dress up. You can wear your suit. You can wear your, kahit init na init ka na, pwede naman. Wag lang may tumatagak yung pawis. Kasi mamaya nakasuit ka nga, naka-necktie ka nga. Samantalang punas ka naman ng punas ng bimpo mo or face towel sa mukha mo. Tipo napipiga mo na yung face towel sa sobrang pawis mo. Hindi rin yan mukhang maayos kasi hindi ka maging komportable. Okay, so just wear comfortable outfit. Okay, something like what I'm showing you. Wear your polo. Wear something with collar. Yan, very important. Wear something with collar. Huwag magsuot po ng round neck na t-shirt. Kung kayo ay naka-polo, tapos naka-open din yung polo nyo, wala ring sense. Okay, buti nga ito na may t-shirt pa sa loob pero hindi rin maganda, no? Naka-open yung polo mo, may t-shirt ka sa loob or wala kang t-shirt sa loob. Either way, it's the same. Okay, so isara nyo yung polo nyo. Okay, isara, i-button nyo po. Okay, same thing din, avoid wearing statement shirts. Okay, yung mga, dati may naalala kong aplikante. I usually share this because I encountered an applicant before. Ang t-shirt niya, yung mga spoof, alam niyo yung spoof, yung mga gino-joke na nakasulat. So one time, nakita ko, yung suot niya, aplikante, nakalagay, inutil inside. Because it's supposed to be Intel inside. No? I'm engineers out there, you know what I'm saying. Yung mga microchip sa laptop natin, di ba? It's Intel, powered by Intel. So, dapat Intel inside. Core i3, Core i5, Core i7. Yan normally. Sa kanya nakalagay, inutil inside. Imagine. How, I don't know why. What got into his mind for wearing something like that. Pero ang point ko lang is, hindi nga maganda ang dating nun. Okay? Now, sa pambaba, ito yung maganda. Sa virtual platform right now, you don't have to worry about whatever you're wearing below, okay, below your belt, okay, below your waistline. For as long as hindi siya nakikita sa camera. Okay, kagaya ngayon, kita may tsura ko, di ba? O, nakabarong ako. Hindi nyo alam ano yung tsura or suot ko sa pambaba. Naka-shorts ba ako? Di ba? Nakapalda ba ako? Di ba? Or nakapantalon ba ako? Di ba? Ang point ko is, basta hindi nakikita sa camera, you're safe. Okay? Pero recommend ko, if you're going through an interview, I recommend you dress up full gear from head to feet. As in all the way, magmedyas ka, magsapatos ka. It gives you a different confidence. Okay? Parang sinabi ko ganito, makikipag-date ka. Kahit alam mo naman naka-face mask lahat ng tao ngayon, di ba? Huwag ka magsipilyo. Subukan mo, makapag-date ka. Pagkagising mo, huwag ka magsipilyo. Makipag-date ka. Okay? Sara mo yung face mask mo. You would have that feeling of parang, may something na umiistorbo sa'yo, di ba? Kasi alam mo, hindi ka nag-brush ng teeth mo. Ganon yun. Pero kung nag-brush ka, kahit naka-face mask ka, diba? Confident. Lumalabas yan. Lumalabas yung pagiging confident natin. Okay? So, importante sa damit, ganon din. No? If I recommend dress completely, pero kung talaga hindi nyo gusto suotin yung mga pantalon nyo or palda nyo for some reason, then just make sure lang hindi nakita sa camera. Okay? Now, some of the mannerisms you have to avoid are the following. Never ever answer calls or take some calls when you're doing an interview. That can wait. I think lang, that can wait. Unless it's an emergency. Okay, yung tipong yung, wag naman, pero yung tipong yung background nyo, tipong ano na, nasusunog na, or inaakit na kayo ng mga naakit bahay gang, halimbawa lang, no? May magnanakaw na, okay lang po, no worries, tuloy yung interview natin, no? Magnanakaw lang yan, di ba? Hindi ganon, okay, kailangan, ganong scenario, take the action na. Pero yung mga normal calls, do not answer it. Imagine I'm talking to you right now, you are the interviewer, I'm the applicant. While I'm talking to you, I'm doing this. Yes, ma'am, that has been my experience in the past 7 years. Yes, and I've been working, apo, that's, yun po, yes. Imagine, hindi yan mukhang professional if that's what I'm doing. Okay? Now, in terms of slouching, because a lot of times sa bahay tayo, komportable. Sometimes sa sobrang komportable mo, tipong, napapahiga ka na sa sofa mo. Diba, nawawala ka sa screen ng camera nyo kasi nga, nagsaslouch ka na, komportable ka na sa interview. So, avoid that. Fidgeting. Ano yung fidgeting? Sa Tagalog, ang tawag dyan, kuyakoy. Okay? Yung kumukuyakoy sa inyo, kahit na hindi nakita yung paa nyo, hindi nakita yung hita nyo na kumukuyakoy, lumalabas yan sa screen. Okay, nag-i-effect yan. Nakikita yan. At imagine nyo, kausap ko kayo the entire time for 1 hour. Ganyan ako mapag-usap sa inyo. Diba? Diba? Hindi siya mukhang professional. These are signs that you're not confident. Fixing your hair, yung bangs nyo, ganun din. Gamitin nyo po itong kung meron kayo headset, use this as your headband para naka-hold yung hair nyo, kung mahaba hair nyo. Now, kung sakali naka-earphone kayo or earbuds, tawag nila earbuds, diba? Wala kayong pangharang sa buhok. Iwasan yung ganun ng ganun, hawi ng hawi every time, mukhang wiper kayo, gumagano every time, wiper ng wiper. Iwasan natin yan. These are causing a lot of distraction. May pa mga aplikante mahilig gumamit ng mga gadget like ballpen. Example, susulat kayo, nag-take kayo ng notes. While you're waiting, anong iba? May mannerism, ginagalaw-galaw yung ballpen. May iba naman, tinitik-tik yung ballpen. Diba? Kahit na tahimik lang yan, kahit na akala mo hindi naririnig, I'm sure narinig yung ballpen ko. Diba? Kahit hindi ko siya ilapit sa mic ko, you'll hear it even I'm doing it from here. So these are causing a lot of distraction. And maintain eye contact. Some of you might say, Sir, paano tayo mag-eye contact kung tayo ay nasa virtual world? Diba? Marami kasi nangyayari sa atin ganito. Nakatingin kayo sa virtual call. So kung saan yung screen mo, yung kausap mo, doon ka nakatingin. So in my case, if I'm looking at the audience right now, I'll probably be doing this. Yan. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm looking at the audience. Ayan. Imagine, I'm talking to you but I'm doing like this. Hindi mo mahuli attention ng kausap mo. You have to look at the person or look at the camera straight into the lens para you're talking to them as if like you are talking to them. Ganun siya. Okay? Occasionally, yes, you can switch to see what's happening dun sa audience para at least alam mo rin mga kausap mo, ano nangyari, ano reaction. Pero never ever do na dun ka nakatingin the entire time sa audience sa kausap mo. You focus on the camera, focus on the lens. Okay? So that you maintain eye contact. Now, yan yung mga kalokohan ng mga aplikante. This time, I'll share with you anong kalokohan na ng HR. Okay? But before I do that, I have some slides lang dito. Few slides na lang to. Promise, I think I only have about 5 slides to go. And that's it. Okay? So una, please research about the company. Mag-ingat po tayo sa mga fly-by-night kung tawagin, mga manloloko, mga kumpanyang siraulo. They just want to take advantage of applicants. So iwasan po natin yan. Kung may na-encounter kayo mga illegal recruiters or mga illegal recruitment na companies, isumbong nyo yan hindi po kay Tulfo. Okay, bayo sa inyo sumisigaw Tulfo. Pwede rin kay Tulfo, okay? Pero mas mabilis diretso na kay Dole or kay POEA. Okay? Kung sakali lang. Makarating din naman sa tanggapan yan ng mga dapat na puntahan kung kay Tulfo, no? Yun nga lang, diretso na tayo sa Dole or POEA. Okay? Now, this slide that I'm showing you, you either write this down or you take a picture. Okay? I'm going to flash this for quite a while, so you have time to write this down, take a picture, or take a screenshot. Okay? Practice them at home. Okay? Kung 5 years pa kayo graduate or 4 years pa kayo graduate, picturean mo na to. Because even by then, pag nagkaroon ka ng interview, I'm very confident, one of those questions I'm showing you right now, here's a screen, one of those questions will come out in your next interview. When I was a fresh grad, I encountered these questions when I was an applicant. How many years has passed? Okay, 2 decades has passed. Okay, I'm still doing interviews. I still use these questions. I still encounter when I apply to different companies then in the recent years, I encounter ko pa rin yung mga tanong na yan. Okay, I'm sure marami pa ibang questions sa tanongin. Hindi ko naman masilista lahat ng questions, di ba? Pero what I'm showing you here, I'm very confident one of these questions will come out in your next interview. So what I recommend is that you practice these questions, okay? Hindi lang in front of a mirror as the old people would tell us, yung advice, di ba? Kausapin mo sarili mo sa salamin. Ako sasabihin ko sa inyo, pwede mo gawin yan, pero mas maganda kausapin mo sarili mo saan? Sa gadget mo. I-record mo ang sarili mo habang sinasagot mo yung mga questions na yan. And what you do next is you play back that answer, yung video na yan, to some of your friends or some of your relatives. Yung magiging honest din sa'yo. No? Yung hindi yung puro pakisama lang na lahat kahit na pangit na yung sagot mo or magulo na yung sagot mo, sabihin sa'yo, ayos yan pare, pasado ka na. Hindi ganun. Yung, sabihin mo doon sa tao, you just help me out and be honest, be constructive, no, with your criticism. Do you think okay ba tong sagot ko sa ganitong tanong? Yan, practice, practice, practice. Pero yung maganda ngayon may gadget na. So you can use your gadget to record. Hindi lang mirror. Pero you can do that again in the mirror, no? I'm saying lang. So practice this at home. Okay? So with that, I hope na screenshot nyo na to, nasulat nyo na. At kung sakali lang hindi nyo nasulat, sabihin nyo lang sa amin. Okay? Tatry namin share sa iyo yung picture ulit. Okay? So, before I end, I just want to share two sayings. Sabi ni Theodore Roosevelt. Okay? Baka iba sa inyo gutom na. Narinig nyo, Theodore Roosevelt. Hindi po siya Theodore Roosevelt. Okay? Theodore Roosevelt. Sabi niya, the only man who never makes a mistake is the man who never does anything. At sabi naman ni Albert Einstein, and I'm sure, I think lang, everyone knows Albert Einstein. Okay? Sabi niya, anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Ano gusto ko i-point out dito sa dalawang mga sinasabi nila? 2 items lang. First item, huwag tayong matakot magkamali. It's okay to make mistakes. Okay? We will never learn until we commit those mistakes. So you have to go through the process of making mistakes for you to learn and be stronger. Okay? Become a stronger person later on. Become a better individual later on. Okay? That's my first takeaway. No? Pangalawang takeaway ko is, if ever lang, nagkamali ka na ng minsan, at paulit-ulit mong ginagawa yung pagkakamali na yan, I think may problema na sa'yo. Okay? Ikaw na may problema dyan. Okay? So you don't get to learn. So please, those 2 items lang, okay lang magkamali for as long as you learn from those mistakes so that you don't make those mistakes again. Okay? And with that, again, baka lang may tanong kayo, nahiya magtanong, pumunta lang sa website namin sa www.jobs180.com. You email us or email me here sa info@jobs180.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter to get the latest trends in recruitment. My name is Kim Chu Wa. Don't forget yung Wa. Isang magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. Thank you. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Sir Kim Chu Wa. Okay, guys, wag daw nating kalilimutan ang wa sa dulo. Okay, so meron po ba tayong mga tanong or alam ko nag-enjoy kayo sa discussion ni Sir Kim. Sabi nga niya, there's no perfect things, which is there's no such perfect thing. So wag kayong matakot magtanong, wag din matakot mag-try. So, kaya lang, sabi nga nila, dapat sa career, dapat pinaplano. So, career plan is important because it can help you manage the direction of your career. So, your job, your skills, and knowledge you may need is one way of developing or one way of landing into your dream job. So, without any further ado, so again, to the industry partner who are with us today, Jobs 180, E-Trade, Sir Brett Hinorga, and Sir Kim Chua, maraming salamat in behalf of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office. Guys, can you give Sir Kim a virtual clap?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So, sir, ayan na po. Mukhang maraming nagka-clap sa atin dyan.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, our Zoom participants and our stream participants, maraming salamat in gracing us and giving your time and joining with us on this career development seminar. So, in behalf of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office, please choose a job that you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. Yun nga yung sinasabi nila. So, kung may mga comments, insights, question, you can post it on our FB page, the PUP Career Center, and please don't forget to like and follow us for the career development activities on the site. Okay, maraming salamat, Sir Kim, and I'll see you next time po.
Thank you po. Thank you po,
Thank
Ma'am
you,
Jane.
sir. Thank you,
everyone.
sir. Okay. So, guys, without any further ado, para hindi na rin po kayo or ganahan na kayong matapos or kumain ng tanghalian, in behalf of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office, grazie, thank you, and arigato gozaimasu in Japanese and in French, grazie. Maraming salamat in joining with us today. Okay? So, for our PUP hymn, let me share my screen. Wait lang po. Saglit lang po. Ang tagal mag-react ng aking screen. Thank you, sir. Thank you, guys.
Ang paralan, tanggaphan ng bayan, pandayan ang isip ng mula sa'yo, para sa bayan, ang iyong karantiman, ang ikaw taglay, iupi-aming kamay, aralang dakila, iupi pinang
Grabe kayo, saan sarap pumasyal dito sa Baguio? Oo, sobrang sulit-sulit ang mahabang oras ng biyahe. Tama. Pero bakit nga ba tayo nandito sa Baguio? Kasi baka nagtataka yung mga schoolmates natin. Ako nito ko para mag-relax. Bakit nga ba? Nandito tayo dahil invite tayo ng Order of the Knights of Rizal para umattend ng 52nd Rizal Youth Leadership. Ang cool, di ba? Sobrang cool kasi cool na temperature dito sa Baguio. At syempre, ngayong December, Rizal month din. Diba? Tama. Kaya, schoolmates, hayaan nyo kami na-share sa inyo ang lamig ng Baguio. So, simulan natin to. Tara! Hi guys! Nandito na muli ang lahat ng dapat yung malaman tungkol sa pamantasan. Ako si Jello. Lahat ng chika, updates at lahat ng latest. Ako si Kat at Chisabe. At ito ang inyong online tambayan. Ito ang PUP TV, pinakausap-usapan sa pamantasan. Speaking of lamig, malamig talaga sa Baguio. Pero syempre, nasanay na ako. Alam ko bakit? Bakit? Nalubog ko ang December sa Konnichiwa, Japan! Bakit di mo ako sinama? Piniem kita, sininsun mo lang ako. Ang gwapo mo eh! Yakiya ka sa concealer mo. Hindi ka nagre-play ka ba? Anong ginawa mo sa Japan? Ay, the schoolmates, panoorin nyo ang Kasabi in Japan. Malamig ang simoy ng hangin. Pati dito sa... Asan ba ako? Ba't iba yung lamig ng hangin? Asan ba ako? Hulaan nyo! Hi, schoolmates! Ako si Kesa at ito ang Bigla ang Tanong. Bigla ang sagot. Walang kakeme-keme. Sabi! Sabi! Live in Japan! Ano nga, schoolmates? Sa Japan ako para magtanong lang naman. Oo, kasi ayoko na kasi nakakasama na rin. Puro Pilipino kausap ko eh, di ba? Dito ako sa Japan para magtanong sa mga tao dito kung ngayong Pasko, ano ba ang kanilang Christmas wish? Diba? Diba? Christmas wish sa Japan. Diba kaya yun sa Pilipinas? Tara na! Oy, Kesa. Hi! Pinoy! Ilan ako ka na po sa Japan? Ilan ako na sa Japan? Ilan siya pa yun? 8 days. Tagal na. Ano ang inyong Christmas wish? Ito muna.
Hindi ako mag-virtue muna.
Ito muna.
Ito ba na yung Christmas wish ko rin?
Ano ang Christmas wish mo?
Makapunta sa Japan. Grabe, thank you.
You're welcome daw. Sabi na. Ikaw naman.
World peace!
Miss Universe! Konnichiwa! Konnichiwa! We are here at the house of our foster families. Kakatapos lang ng aming salo-salo, aming munting salo-salo. O, diba? Dito sa Japan, at ngayon tatanungin ko sila kung ano ba kanilang Christmas wish. Okay? O, tara na! Oto-san! Oto-san, excuse me. Yeah. What is your Christmas wish?
何言えばクリスマスのなんかお願いみたいな世界平和ラブ&ピースって書いて
Love and peace?
Oh yes, yes.
Oh yes.
It's right here.
Miss Universe! Beauty queen!
I hope you bring back to Japan.
This is my brother! Oto-san! Kero-san! Yes, what is your Christmas wish?
I wish all members happy.
Yes, we are happy!
I wish long time life.
Yeah! 300 years!
Grandson.
You want to have grandson? Christmas wish.
My family と my friend のヘルス&ハッピーやな。
Happy family? That's right?
Family happy.
Good health for my family and more blessings sa career.
More blessings! Okay na nga, schoolmates. Nalaman na natin ang mga Christmas wish ng mga nilalang dito sa Japan. O kayo, ano Christmas wish ninyo? I-share niyo yan dito sa PUP TV. Muli ako si Kesa at ito ang Kasabi! O diba? Ang ganda ng fur ko, diba? Lakas mo ka, ano? Kujan Pyo! Mayo ka kay Kumjan D! Grabe, Kesa! Ibang level ka na. Abot ka ng Japan International Kesa. Sabi na talaga.
Wala yun. Tsaka, yun yung Christmas wish ko eh. Arigatou.
Ayan, speaking of Christmas wish, meron tayong schoolmate na maagang nakatanggap ng kanyang Christmas wish. Dahil top 3 lang naman siya sa Interior Design Licensure Exam noong October.
Wow!
Galing naman! Napakaswerte niya.
Panoorin natin.
Hi, I'm Brandon De Leon from PUP. I graduated from College of Architecture and Fine Arts, and I took up Bachelor of Science of Interior Design, and I took the boards recently last October 2014, and I just recently passed last November. I actually took Mass Comm for a year. Same din, sa PUP din. But then again, after finishing a year, parang every day, I was looking for something. Parang, there's something lacking me. Parang, I want to design, I want to draw, I want art, na I can't find that Mass Comm. So, I shifted course to interior design. Sobrang magastos yung course. You have to buy your own drafting materials, you have to buy your art supplies and different kind of papers and watercolors and brushes. Pero parang I learned after I graduated na parang it took me to a better place kasi parang after I graduated, nasanay ka na sa hirap eh. Parang you were trained this much. So parang pag graduate ko, wala na akong arte. I was sanay na ako sa init, sanay na ako sa pila, sanay na ako masumitan, sanay na ako masigawan and all. But then again, I have to say that even though we have lack of good facilities, na-equip naman yun with better quality education that PUP can provide. I quit working, I took a leave for 4 months to take a review and go back to studying. Of all people that took the examination, of all 300 people, I still got a 3rd place. It's such an overwhelming happiness, I guess, kasi all the hard work paid off. No matter how hard it is, wala yan sa school, wala yan sa taas ng tuition fee. I guess kung gusto mo yung ginagawa mo, just work hard for it. Ako
Ako si Janine De Leon, isang PUPN.
Nakaka-proud naman yun.
Tama, ang galing,
Diba? Schoolmates ha, kasi tayo makarating, dapat palagi natin isipin na ang PUP ang humubog sa ating galing at talino tulad ko. Yes.
Ayun. O eto naman, baka hinahanap na naman nila si Kuya LA. Si Kuya LA papunta pa lang dito sa Baguio. So nagpadala na lang siya ng video galing sa main campus.
Oo, kasi nga nag-bike siya, di ba? At balita ko sa video niya, yan ang storya ng araw-araw natin nakikita sa gate ng main campus.
Tama, interesting, di ba? Panoorin natin. Halos 4 na dekada na nakakaraan simula na likain ng isang sikat na eskultor ang mural na ito. Ngunit magpahanggang ngayon ay nananatili pa rin ang katatagan nito bilang isang simbolo ng ating sitang paaralan. Araw-araw natin itong nakikita, ngunit marami pa rin sa atin ang hindi nakakaalam na tunay na kahulugan nito. Kaya mga schoolmates, sama-sama nating alamin ang kwento sa likod ng PUP Mural dito sa PUP Hit. Ang salitang mural ay nagmula sa salitang Latin na murus na ang ibig sabihin ay wall o pader. Makikita sa labas ng gate ng PUP ang isang mural na isa sa mga gawa ng sikat na eskultor na si Eduardo Castrillo. Ito ay ang Consolidated Growth o mas kilala natin sa tawag na PUP Mural. Gamit ang brass o tanso ay nilikha niya noong taong 1975 na may taas at habang 6 feet by 30 feet.
Ang PUP Mural ay nagsimulang i-conceptualize during the presidency of Dr. Isabelo Crisostomo with the support of the Board of Trustees noon ng PUP na sina Fred Elizalde, chaired by Secretary Juan Manuel. So, sinimulan ito at kinumisyon si Eduardo Castrillo to do the sculpture. Pinili ng PUP si Eduardo Castrillo to do the sculpture, the mural, dahil si Eduardo Castrillo ang pinakasikat na sculpture during that time and even today.
Ang tema ng mural ay sumasalamin sa tungkulin ng ating universidad na hubugin ng mga kabataan upang maihanda sila sa paglikha ng isang maunlad na bansa.
The PUP mural represents the ideals of the university to be an instrument in the cultivation of the students for nation building. So, yun yung pinaka tema nung sculpture. Kaya makikita natin na there are various elements of the sculpture na magpapatunay that these figures in the sculpture are creating an environment for a right environment necessary for nation building.
Bilang paghahanda sa pagdiriwang ng centennial anniversary ng ating sintang paaralan, ay ipinarestore ito ng dating Pangulo ng PUP na si Dr. Ofelia M. Carague noong 2003.
From 1975 to 2003, nagkaroon ng deterioration ang sculpture. Eduardo Castrillo accepted the challenge of restoring the mural maging mas maganda siya kaysa doon sa current status niya in 2000.
Hanggang ngayon ay nananatiling matatag ang mural sa kinalalagyan nito na nagpapaalala sa atin ng mahalagang papel ng PUP sa lipunan.
These icons would remind the students and anybody who comes or who enters the university about the university's role in nation building.
Grabe, ang galing talaga ni Kuya LA pagdating sa mga ganyang bagay, di ba?
Oh, in fairness.
Sa paaralan, no?
Pero palagi siyang late. Ba't kaya late yon? Feeling ko na Christmas party pa yon.
Posible!
Pero alam mo ba, hanggang ngayon nangangaroling pa rin ako kasi
talaga?
Kaya mangaroling, may tatalo pa masa, it's gonna be nice.
Pero nagbibigay ba sa'yo?
Yun nga mas maraming patawa.
Kasi naman kung ganyan ka sumayaw, kahit ako hindi ako magbibigay sa'yo.
Ang galing-galing ko!
Pero joke!
Bigyan mo ako, ang galing-galing ko kaya.
Pero joke lang yun, Kesa. Gusto mo samahan na lang kita mangaroling. Pero bago yan, magpaalam muna tayo sa mga schoolmates natin.
O, pero ako lead singer ha, taga-kato ka lang, taga-kuha ka lang ng pera. Bago magtapos ng lahat, schoolmates,
Maraming salamat po sa pagsama sa amin this 2014. At ang wish lang po namin nawa sa mga susunod na taon andyan pa rin kayo at mag-continue ang ating harmonious relationship.
At syempre, huwag natin kalimutan silang patiin ng maligayang Pasko at manigong bagong taon! Yay!
Muli, ito ang
PUP TV! Pinakausap-usapan sa pamatasan!
Tara na! Let's wonder.
Pasko, 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 Pasko na naman muli ang pag-ibig naghahari.
Emerson is a global technology and engineering leader. We operate in over 150 countries. We are 110,000 employees worldwide. And here in the Philippines, we have over 2,000 employees.
My name is Vicky Florento. I'm from Dell Philippines. I'm handling the university relations and services hiring.
Pag-asa Steel supplies concrete reinforcing bars to the Philippines' booming construction industry. We have been the leading supplier of quality steel bars for the past 52 years.
EGS is an Alborica company. It is one of the fastest growing BPO companies in the Philippines right now.
I'm Cecil Venancio and I'm Branding and Communications Director of Sykes Asia.
We don't decide whether you're from a top-tier university or a state university. We decide based on our assessments that includes exams and interviews. Having said that, a lot of Dell's workforce in the Philippines are from PUP.
55 to 80 hires annually, those coming from PUP alone. And as a matter of fact, 14 of the homegrown employees who started from staff and supervisors have been promoted.
Currently, we have 13 employees from the PUP. They're working in a different field, so most of them are engineer, some are in sales, most of them are in the higher position.
There's a huge pool of students that we can really harvest from, and we know the reputation that they bring. So we're glad that we have a university like PUP that we can rely on for our future employees.
I love the graduates of PUP. They're not only fun to work with, but you can rely on them. They are very, very dependable.
PUP graduates are an exact match and fit to Pag-asa Steel's mission and vision.
The reason why we prefer the PUP graduates is the fact that we notice that they have a common denominator, very hardworking. See, whatever happens, they'd still work. Even if it's raining, they'd still come to work. You give them additional tasks, they'd accept. They are resilient.
Very passionate, aside from being resilient, because we can see that they're very dedicated with their job. And we've seen a lot of PUP graduates, not just in one department.
They turn out to adapt very well and adjust well to our company here in the Philippines. They're productive employees and they stay with us for a long time.
Our PUP graduate is their loyalty sa company. Integrity and ethics, drive for results, intellectual capacity, and adaptability. So when we hire PUPians, they have this kind of competencies.
Of course, they're very intelligent people, responsible in a sense because whenever we meet these graduates and we ask them what are their future plans, they would always come up with answers like helping out their family, or because I'm done with school, I'll help out another sibling. So you would know already that these kids, even before they actually embark on certain work, they already have goals in mind. They're not maarte, no? Whatever you give them, they know that if it's for the purpose of the job, they will do it. And so they have, they're the ones that survive the challenges of work. They don't shirk away from responsibilities. They're the type who, whatever the job requires, they're up for the challenge.
PUPians enable people everywhere to grow and thrive.
PUP is one of the pillars of the nation because it is an institution that provides good graduates and people who really contribute to the success of the community or to the success of the country.
To all the people associated with PUP, if you're a graduate, congratulations, and you should be proud of yourselves. For those of you that are students, please continue the tradition, the proud legacy that your school has. Some of you, PUP, you work for us now. We appreciate you. We know you're good employees. For those of you that might work for us in the future, please consider us. We'd love to have you. We know that you make a great employee for Emerson.
PUPians, bring everything you are. If you have big ideas, let's talk. Come work where passion meets possibility. You can visit jobs.del.com for opportunities.
To pursue your dreams and work hard for whatever endeavor you will choose. And in the event that you will choose to apply in one of the fastest BPO companies in the Philippines, I would like to invite you to apply in EGS, an Alorica company, because our doors are open for all of you.
To all the PUPians, let's create a Science of Smile together.
Smart is very happy to have PUP graduates now enjoying their career and let them live more.
Hashtag Science to PUP. We will support you in more ways than one.
Tara na, maging magkasama na tayo. Mabuhay ang PUP!